Douche.
Oh my goodness.
I feel different.
It
I don't know.
feels weird.
Some feels weird right now. I don't know.
Super weird.
Know. Something is weird about it.
Something's off. Everything isn't, what it was supposed to be right now. Did you push the right button today?
I think I did. There's a go live button top right.
Yeah, go live top left. Do-rag.
We added
headphones.
we added an extra destination. My bad, y'all. Let me end it.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh
Oh damn. You talk with the wrong shit. Oh, my fault, chat. Hey, toodles.
Bye.
Hey, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast on everything. Oh, shit.
We're everywhere, baby. We're everywhere.
Well, wallahi, ain't it? I ain't gonna lie. I am the do-rag TSO Sage, the slept-on Sage, the anime guy. Here with my brother Benjamin and my brother Damo. Damo, how you doing right now?
I'm doing great, man. Feel good, feel great. Mad that we don't have our guests, but happy to say hey to old friends. How you doing, YouTube?
I was gonna drop that bomb later. B-Souls, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Hello, brothers. Oh, is that Taylor Made? Damn, this is we're seeing some familiar names we haven't. Oh, damn.
Not about Taylor. What's good, shawty?
What's good? What's good? I see some TSO guys in the building. TSO, Gold. TSO Dwayne. With the purple. TBG with the red.
We're gonna have to be careful with clips. Look, man, I'm afraid we got some bad news. First things first. Omizi is running a tad late. He'll be here very shortly, so it's not the worst of news. That's just a minor thing. Major news, man. I ain't gonna lie. If you followed the Twitters, if you've kept up with the lore, we got cooked. we got cooked. To look, man. It's no strays. If you see this gang, bro, it's perfectly fine. But
with the reasoning that you got.
Yeah, the reason you got, again, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine, man.
But regardless, say, man, we had a special treat for y'all today, and now you're getting tuna again. Not getting tuna again. So let me stop, man. It's gonna be a fun podcast today, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. We're gonna talk about some things because apparently defense is coming back. Shit, I don't know. We might even play some little mini games. I ain't gonna lie, I got a couple of weird hot takes of the week or anything. B-Souls is the topics guy here, though. So go ahead, introduce us, man. Let's get this started.
Yes, only one game I want to play.
Well, let's start.
Numero uno, motherfuckers.
Hey, no. If we make that pivot of hell, he's talking about
Uno.
Game. Yeah, hey, we're not ready for dose.
Game is that?
That's not ready for dose. Not ready for dose.
Nah, man, before we get started, man, how are y'all, man?
How are we again? I'm perfectly fine. I'm not gonna lie. Currently editing a couple of videos right now for the MVPs, Hall of Famers. Which, by the way, hey man, look, I know we've been fucking up lately. All right, ain't no excuse. We've been fucking up lately, but we're back, dog. I am personally on a solo mission. Let alone are my brothers on a mission, man. Make MVPs great again. We made Discord great again. Now it's the MVPs and Hall of Famers, dog. Y'all are getting a lot. Right now it's a bundle. right now we got a bundle. It's a matter of pushing a button. All right, but we're making the Hall of Fame MVPs great again. So I know some of you guys have felt like it's been okay. I promise you, shit's getting crazy over here, man. Potential story times, dose, TLC reactions, everything in between. Whoo, them shits are becoming crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Let me just tell y'all right now, man. The parlays on the Meet and Post Pod did hit. The overs did hit on the post pod meeting last pod.
Yeah,
was it a meeting?
Every parlay hit, boy, oh fucking boy. But we don't need to talk about that. Instead, man, I'm not gonna lie. If we're not gonna get started with the topics we're supposed to get into until our brother gets here, man,
we can talk about the super chat.
I forgot about super chats.
Bryce Mason with the $5. We back on YouTube.
Hey, by the way, what's the parlay right now? Who's on time more in terms of gifteds? Gifteds on Twitch or super chats on YouTube? Who cooks today?
Shout out to Simplex for the 7 months, Big Ugly for the 7 months on Twitch as well. And Zombie for the 1 bit. Y'all gonna get to the bag. Y'all get this.
Oh nah, this is crazy. Let me see how Keep It a Buck. And let me see how Keep It a Buck Twitch is doing right now. Okay.
Okay. 7 months.
It's cool. Okay, and then we go to YouTube. Let's see what niggas is on, man.
Another super chat.
Oh my god. All right,
In celebration of being back on the tube, go get yourself something nice with this.
Appreciate it.
Apple, stop. I hate when my iPhone syncs to my MacBook, bro. I didn't ask for that, didn't want that, didn't need that, bro. Hate when that does that shit, bro.
What about a super cash? We're not there yet, buddy.
What about a super cash? Oh, nah, we ain't doing that already, man.
David with the $10. Damo, let's talk about multiverses.
Oh man, thank God I didn't waste $100 on that game. Chat, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought they forgot about it. Yeah, it's back. They're relaunching the servers, baby. It's back. The beta's over. The official game is dropping. Isn't it this month? Is this month, right, chat?
I think the finals season 2. That's the thing. A lot of people are excited about too. You know, Llama with the $5 Australian. Oh no, is the YouTube chat back to hating on Sage? Please no.
Hey, I personally will never give a fuck. I ain't gonna lie. We have evolved. We all have evolved as people. I definitely have evolved as a person over time. You know, I was rookie, sophomore, maybe even a junior. I ain't gonna lie. Senior year Sage, I do not care. like I know I may have said I care in the past, but like I check it out. I don't even see y'all shit no more. So go ahead, hate away, bro. I don't even look. I do want to say, speaking of things we don't want to look at, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. We'll start off with non-NBA. Y'all seem to be dancing around starting the topics and shit. Is TikTok dying?
Dying? Oh, you talking about the man?
Yeah. Is it over?
All right. So for clarification, for those who don't know, they passed a bill through the House of Representatives. It's gonna go through the Senate and then the president next. That they are looking to ban TikTok if they do not sell within the next 6 months, I believe, or X amount of months.
Days.
Whatever amount of days. Essentially because they believe that it's a security threat because of data breaches and selling information to China. So yeah, if they don't sell within X amount of days, they will be banned. Everyone is saying that that there's a lot of predictions saying that they will still exist. People will just buy the app, right? Yeah. So that it still exists in America. However, there are also some counter reports saying that TikTok is just gonna say, "Fuck y'all, we are not selling."
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know shit about no politics, so it seems, but it does seem the logistics of why TikTok is getting cooked are legit. It straight up does appear that way. So I don't even think it's like any theories or the man is ruining the talk, man. I don't think it's anything like that. So let's get that out the way. In terms of TikTok potentially going away versus getting bought, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we obviously money talks, hell, shit. Hey, YouTube. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest. I think they might give him the finger, bro. I think because based on what I saw in clips of the case, that nigga mad. that guy is mad, bro. They might genuinely not sell that junk, and TikTok might just evaporate. And is that a bad thing? Is a follow-up question. But what do y'all think?
Well, one, I pray that they don't sell. So TikTok is still a thing. It just get banned from America. Would that be the thing? It would just be banned here. Like people here can't use it or some shit. We'll love it because I'm sick of TikTok. TikTok has cooked an entire generation of social media for me. TikTok has cooked everyone, not young, old, middle-aged, whatever. Cooked everyone's attention span. It ruined the social media I love. Make social media great again. That's what I think. So get this Zoomer shit out of here, buddy. That's what I want. I'm glad this is happening. I don't think they're going to sell, though, because if they sell, then TikTok is just going to turn into some weird-ass app because they're going to change X, Y, and Z, and it's not going to be TikTok anymore. So I'd rather they just keep it. Everyone else everywhere could keep their TikToks, keep doing their thing. People in America, you dumbasses should have transferred your goddamn followers, and y'all should have merged that shit onto somewhere else, into a live streaming platform or to YouTube when they introduce shorts, so you can still do short-form content and build a long-form content channel as well. You niggas just coasting on brand deals on TikTok, pulling the legendary, it's creator fund isn't paying me enough. Yeah, buddy, you're cooked. And I don't feel bad for you.
Damn. Oh, my God.
Hey,
no, I mean, I'm just saying, like, when you try to be a content creator, you try to find your home platform, you know, for a lot of us, it's YouTube. For some of us, it's Instagram. Some of us, it's Twitch. For some, it's TikTok. And I do think I've talked about this with us too. Like I think in the bubble that we're in, we're actually in a very unique bubble. We're actually in a very unique bubble that does not rely on brand deals, as much as pretty much the rest of the internet. I ain't gonna lie. If you talk to other creators, a lot of them rely on brand deals. So it is the norm throughout every industry to rely on brand deals. It's not something really specific to TikTok. And more specifically with that beta program, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I made a band in like 3 days on there off of like 2 videos. And there's a lot of creators out here really good at getting views now on over a minute videos, making 8,000-10,000 a month. It's just tough that all that shit just gets ripped away, or potentially could get ripped away just like that. Like I don't know, like a lot of motherfuckers, like again, that's their home. That's where they get into their bag in the content shit. And for that to go away, I can't just say tough luck, buddy. I don't know.
Has there been any big TikToker, semi-big TikToker, anybody who has had longevity on TikTok that you've seen haven't tried to make some form of a pivot to another platform?
Keith Lee.
I
His
guess.
home is still TikTok.
No, I'm not saying that's not their home. I'm not saying that. But anyone who's built a platform on TikTok, have you seen any of them not try to funnel people anywhere else? They are just settled with being on TikTok. If Keith Lee's that guy, cool. I don't follow Keith Lee, so I don't know if he does that shit anywhere else or does anything else. So I wouldn't know. So if Keith Lee, cool. Keith Lee, who else?
A lot of the dancers, they just stayed on TikTok. They might I just think it's common for people to have an Instagram, so they would have their Instagram linked, but they better still be TikTok.
A lot of the A on Teos, all right, hey. Elite company. Anybody else?
Anybody else in the TikTok space
that doesn't pivot?
That didn't pivot at all?
That you haven't seen make any type of pivot or attempt to pivot on TikTok when they became successful. Has anyone done that?
It's hard to come back.
Exactly. And that's why I don't feel bad for anybody who is literally dependent solely on TikTok. I'm not talking about the people who are just starting and building their platforms. I'm talking about successful TikTokers, because they are out there. TikTok is a huge platform. It's so many eyes and so many devices that people can make their money off of. There are people who have successful TikTok platforms that haven't tried to pivot like everybody else. Everyone we see build some type of notoriety, they pivot. That's what I'm saying. I don't feel bad for anybody who's just, oh no, I don't know what to do. Nigga, you should have been looking around at your competition, at your peers, and realizing everyone that elevates pivots. Everyone that elevates tries to get their audience, whether it's Twitch, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, wherever it is, they try to get them somewhere else as well. They don't just depend on TikTok, and it's for reasons just like this.
I would just argue you can make that same argument for even YouTubers. I know YouTubers, you could probably have the largest pool of content creators who didn't try to pivot and grow other platforms. But I mean, it's just normal now to, like, when you grow some sort of content creator brand, to be as spread out as you can, not rely on one platform, but still have that home platform. It's just for these creators that I'm talking about, TikTok is just their home platform.
I definitely feel bad for I just want to say, because I ain't saying nothing. I definitely feel bad for any creator that is down bad. Me personally, because I know how it kind of feels. So maybe I'm just sympathetic there. Maybe I'm too biased there. Maybe it's just because I'm a creator that got banned on Twitch, that got banned on YouTube for 7 days and then 14 days. So when you get that shit swept under the rug, it is a shit feeling. So I'd be a liar if I say I didn't care, I didn't feel bad for him. But in terms of TikTok going away in general, while I do feel bad for the creators as a creator, and I definitely think that's fucked up, hope everybody finds a way to pivot out. In terms of this impact on society, it's weird. Because, like, as a motherfucker that grew up with Vine, this shit somehow is, like, not worse in the sense of worse quality. You could argue TikTok was peaking higher than Vines were. I remember when people were like, yo, Vines were funnier than TikToks. And I'm looking at some of these, I'm like, I've seen some funnier TikToks. So I fuck with what the app can provide in terms of entertainment, but in terms of attention span drain, in terms of just lack of research, in terms of just what people are willing to consume now, like at some point the shit just became ass. So like not literal ass, not ass, but like literal ass cheeks. So it's at some point, bro, I'm not mad that TikTok is potentially getting packed up. I truly think it's probably for the better. But in terms of creators getting cooked, yeah, nah, I definitely feel bad there.
When you're talking about you can use YouTube as an example of a platform people just use and don't pivot out of, I feel like that was definitely common pre-apocalypse. Post-apocalypse, a lot of YouTube, especially people that were doing it before then, got hit with it and see the landscape after. A lot of them start pivots afterwards. A lot of YouTubers will tell you, even though you have a platform on YouTube, they would advise you to pivot that shit outwards too, because they seen what happened with the apocalypse. So even with YouTube, how yes, you do have a point, and maybe it's, I mean, I can agree there that YouTube is a platform where a lot of people get the mindset of I'm good here, but it's a lot more common now for people to tell, like the people that are already made it are telling people, hey, look, shit is cool until it's not cool no more. Shit cool until PewDiePie fuck up again. Shit cool until Jake Paul fuck up again. And then it's like, all right, what are you gonna do then? You gotta have options. I feel like options has always been Dwayne, Jesus Christ, get off your knees. Anywho,
nah, he's basically saying the entire fucking segment is bad in the sense of like TikTok isn't rotting anyone's brain or the sole reason. I don't think anyone said is the single reason. I will say though, for people that are typing, it's more than just the app. I don't think you want us talking about things that we're unfamiliar with in terms of like the full legal consequences of it, because obviously there's arguments to be made as, hey, can they really do this? ? So there's just certain things that I'm not educated enough on to speak on. I'm speaking on what I properly can say in terms of impact on society, but in terms of the legal ramifications, is that the word? But in terms of all that shit, I'm not gonna speak on that because I could be the wrong, and I don't want to just be loud in the wrong while also being uneducated. If I'm gonna be wrong, at least know what I'm talking about. But I don't know what I'm talking about in terms of that legal shit.
Yeah, to me, it's just at the end of the day, there's small businesses that rely on TikTok. There are households that rely on the income that TikTok provides, especially now with that new beta program. And a lot of people also quit their jobs to do this shit full time. I understand, like, there's accountability to be held for people to be more cautious about doing this shit full time. Because I always tell people, man, as much as you can, be as conservative when you try to go full time, because it is not a stable job. And you made it as not stable as possible picking TikTok, who the government multiple times has already tried to shut down. So, yeah. But I can also have sympathy in terms of these creators. This is their home platform. YouTube to me is my home platform. If the government just decided to ban YouTube tomorrow, I would be scraping. Bro. I would be panicking. I'd learn Chinese, buddy. I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. I'm going back to, getting a 9 to 5 and all of that. So,
nah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm dying on the Twitch train at that point. But hey, man, speaking of attention spans or anything like that, y'all ready to talk about the NBA community? y'all already talking about some hoops, man. The NBA community lacking attention spans or anything. But first things first, pay attention to the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Meezy's in the board, man. I don't have an applause track. Ladies and gentlemen, Meezy made it here.
Sure. Oh, shoot. Oh, not bad.
Floor is yours, nigga. Held it down.
What happened?
Now, floor is yours.
The
nigga.
pass off is he passed the baton. That's crazy.
Where'd y'all in that?
We literally
talking
just
about
finished talking about TikTok.
Being banned?
Yeah.
We literally just talked about that.
Non-Hoops podcast.
Non-Hoops pod with
Started off non-hoops.
Let me just say this about the TikTok being banned. I ain't gonna lie.
Big ups to my boys. Let's keep.
That's what you want to say?
If they talked about censorship for 4 or 5 years with Sneeko and Tate and Kanye and all these other people, that's not what censorship is. What they were talking about, private companies shutting down people, is not censorship. This is the U.S. government taking away people's livelihoods, some people's livelihoods, their voice, where a whole generation decided where to get their news from, whether you think it's credible or not, where they decided to get information from, whether it was credible or not. That's not on you to decide. That's for the generation to decide. And they also decide, I said their livelihood, right? It's disgusting work. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Shit is nasty. It's fucking sick. It's absolutely gross.
Do you have sympathy for creators potentially losing their job, or is it tough luck, buddy? You should have pivoted.
A bit of both, because people have been screaming to pivot for a long time. People have been screaming to diversify for a long time. But truth be told, they're not able to do it. So I'm not gonna get mad at you. Like if you're a one-trick pony, you're a one-trick pony. You should be able to get some cheese. I'm mad because you're not making any money anymore because of anything that you did. It's not like you suck at creating content for that specific platform. It's not like you got canceled or anything else. You are losing money because the government thinks that this government is going to get information from us, even though it's been proven that that's not been true. You're losing money because they think that this is a platform, well, they know this is a platform where you get news that they don't want you to have. So yeah, I do have sympathy for them. I ain't gonna lie.
I do find that super crazy. The whole concept of, because the generation of people, well, the mass amount of people 30 and under that rely on TikTok as a news source, and the government can't dictate where your news is coming from, how you're getting this news, and they can't really control that. Therefore, they're like, fuck, if we can't control it, you need to get the fuck out of here. That is super wild. I will say that aspect of it is other wild. Is crazy wild. Other than that, 10 tones of what I said, baby. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, man, get the short attention spans up out of here, man. Pick up a book.
But that doesn't mean
I'm personally mad myself because I'm not gonna lie. I think I found the formula to at least make 2 bands a month on there, and it might get ripped away, bro. That's 2 bands. That's a Gucci bag a month.
You should have pivoted to the short tube.
But that's not going to solve the short attention span problem. That's not it right there. That's not going to boost reading levels and all that stuff. It takes counteractive measures, not getting them away. And ultimately, they don't even necessarily want to get it away for the sake of getting it away, because somebody else is just going to either A, try to pick it up, or B, like YouTube and Instagram is implementing it as well. Now, some of those creators won't last on YouTube or Instagram, so they ain't got nothing to do with we're about to get the short attention span. No, that's not what's gonna happen. Whoa.
Yeah. It's for me, it's the first domino. It's not an end all be all. It's not like TikTok goes away and now the Fire Nation no longer attacks. We have world peace. No, it's going to be a long process. It would take an Instagram, YouTube trying to pick it up and it not working, which, to be fair, possible, but it would take something along those lines and or countermeasures for apps that like are just going back to making their own movies and other forms of entertainment that are longer form. Yet again, it would take countermeasures. But when you take the top dog off in terms of short-term content, it's a domino for sure.
I do think if hypothetically it gets banned, there's going to be a renaissance of content creators. Either because the people on TikTok, they're either going to go long form like what the Viners did, or they're just going to move over to where the new short form platform is. And wherever that is, there's going to be a whole new audience looking to find new creators. So that's going to be interesting. I will tell y'all that right now. Anyone who's trying to get into content creation, I would pay attention to what is going on and move accordingly, bro.
It's going to be YouTube versus Reels. Twitter's going to try it, but it's going to be YouTube.
They can't make it in long form because they would have been made it in long form.
That also kind of true. Well, most of them. I won't say everybody, but a good 80%, to be very honest.
88, 85, 90. I really want to push that number up. They can't make it.
Not mad at it.
Let's get on y'all boy. Y'all thought we was gonna let basketball slide.
That was good.
Finally, I didn't get clickbaited.
I saw a trend on TikTok that was like, can I be honest, as a black person? I get afraid when I'm around hood girls or hood people, right? Did y'all see? Y'all saw that? Y'all seen some of that trend or whatever the case may be?
I don't know where this is going.
Okay, so some of the people in the comment were like, y'all get afraid around hood people. Me personally, I get afraid when I'm around white people. Me personally, when I'm around certain type of, they scare me, right? And I look at the user, and that's Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is afraid of the Caucasian NBA centers.
I didn't know you were gonna take it.
I knew it. I knew exactly where you were taking it. I knew exactly where you were taking it.
Oh wow. Okay.
So can I just pull up some statistics for you? Because he met his kryptonite last night.
He has stats.
Can I pull up some things for you? And this is
a great rebounder. That is a bonus.
This is a crazy graphic. Anthony Davis is not only 0 for 10 against Sabonis, he is also 1 for 7 against Joel Embiid, and has lost his last 7 games against Jokic.
Embiid's an American. Why
they got him tying his shoe down here? This is a crazy graphic, chat. Well, where is my
Embiid looked like he about to punch him.
Is that essentially his career as a Laker of playing Embiid? He's lost 7 games.
Yeah, I'm about to say
That's just
4
him being
years. Yeah, that's
that's super. That's super.
Wow.
Nitpicky.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's super nitpicky. What you mean?
Nitpicky. Nothing, man.
When he faces a real hooper,
Mhm.
he doesn't rise to the occasion.
We know what Wemby did to him.
That's hey. I ain't gonna lie. He's scared of women too. He is scared of women.
Remember?
Last night, Anthony Davis, calm 22, right?
Calm
22 on what is this? 39% from the field. Oh my
y'all,
god,
man, that's Center Tatum. Been telling y'all that's
Where
Center
is
Tatum. Come on, man.
what is that? What is that? 50
Center
from
Tatum.
3,
Tatum showed up in the finals.
10 rebounds, 3 assists.
Okay.
Now on the other side of the
He
ball,
didn't have LeBron, man.
big bonus 17, 10, and 19. How you get out rebounded by Sabonis?
I've been over here. The guy that's
Sabonis
overrating
is the
Sabonis
leader
for
in the
months,
league.
by the way.
He's one of the better rebounders in the league.
You say he's one of the better rebounders in the league?
He's literally one of the better rebounders in the league.
Yeah. I'm about to say, me and I'm gonna say that, and we're overrating him.
He's actually the league leader in rebounding. He is.
No, you said you were done giving Anthony Davis any sort of like flack, not flack, but just
Bail.
bail for
I'm
Sabonis.
not giving. Is that bail answering your question? If the question is how do you let Sabonis get that many rebounds, and the answer is, well, he does.
How does he let him do this?
Ooh.
Torture chamber.
Ooh.
Torture chamber.
So we got footage, huh? Okay.
Oh my God, what's wrong with him?
We done with AD. No.
We done with AD.
I mean, did he actually get elbowed? Did he actually get elbowed? He was faking. I gotta see.
No, I think he forgot his pad and his tampon. What's going on with y'all's boy, man? What's going on?
Okay. Go ahead, Donald. You start off, man.
I just want to acknowledge how, yet again, I said this before, the conversations on Anthony Davis are so quiet when he's doing his job and doing fine. Yet whenever he does end up losing or has a bad game, people are ready to hate and slander. I just find that amazing. I mean, hey, no one's perfect. Jordan didn't have a left. LeBron hairline, his hairline's gone. He doesn't have a free throw. AD sucks against Euros. I don't feel bad because it's not like he's getting his ass bust by people who are guardable by other guys. Last time I checked, who guards Sabonis? Who's the Sabonis stopper? Let me hear it. Who's the Sabonis stopper? Who stops Sabonis? Nobody. Sabonis be getting off. No, Gobert does not. Sabonis gets off, and I will. You know what? I'm gonna check the numbers against Gobert. But as I was about to say, if we're talking about Sabonis, Jokic, and Embiid, we're talking about 3 of the best bigs in the NBA outside of AD, Giannis. Those other 3, unless you want to crown some of the younger guys, are 3 of the best bigs in the NBA. I'm not surprised AD struggles guarding 3 of the best bigs in the NBA, man. I mean,
Sabonis is top 3 now?
I'm not saying he's top 3, but outside of AD and not counting Giannis, those are 3 of the best bigs in the NBA.
Outside of 8.
Outside of AD and Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, Sabonis.
Jokic, Embiid, Sabonis.
Unless you want to say Wemby early, unless you want to say Chet, unless you want these new gen niggas saying Bam Adebayo. Unless you want to say KP.
Not too much on Bam.
Unless you want to say KP. I don't think Bam's better than any of the guys that I named. So, I mean, those are top guys. I think Sabonis is top 5. He's a top 5 big. He's a top 5 center. I mean, I'm not mad. I am mad as a Laker fan because that shit sucks to watch AD get fondled by these dudes. But at the end of the day, the Kings ain't gonna make it to us in the playoffs, so it don't matter.
Oh my God.
I'm not worried about that. There's only one man I'm worried about seeing in the playoffs. That nigga's Jokic. Other than that, I'm not worried about nobody else because they got to make it to it. Or
let's get this out the way.
Wait, before you go, Sage. I have a question for you because this is where I drew the line. When I seen this last night, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" We got LeBron. Oh my gosh, no, it reloaded. Hold on. No.
Be careful now.
No, it's KB's. From friend of the show, KB knows basketball. LeBron, strong drive.
What the fuck?
Nah.
Bad miss.
What is that?
Bad miss. That's like a Tatum missing a Soul Save video.
That's what I'm saying. Center Tatum.
Look, man. Look. I'm currently doing my Googles. I want to say Nikola Jokic. Hey, I don't give a fuck about the past. Let me tell you something now. AD can't fuck with that nigga. You got me there. All right. Look. Your Honor. The jury rests, but I would just raise you who can. That nigga, you got it. You got it. I'm not. That was 3 years ago. 4 years ago. 3 years. Not the same guy. Not the same guy.
You talking about Jokic?
Yeah, Jokic got it. Fair enough. No case. Joel Embiid, I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. The last 4, I feel like that's just a fun little stat. Cause AD gave that nigga 30 twice in the last 4 games as a Laker. Because you go down, unless we're talking about 2016 AD and 2018 AD in this conversation, which I personally think is unfair. The last 4 games, he's dropped 30. Now, has he won the game? No. But when I'm looking at these games, Anthony Davis on December 9th, 2022 has 31 points, 12 rebounds, 2 blocks, on 4 misses from the field. How did we lose the game? LeBron, 9-22. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Russell Westbrook, 4 of 14. Don't want to talk about that. Troy Brown Jr. didn't make a shot. Dennis Schroeder, 2 of 5. We remember those shorter minutes. Lonnie Walker stepped up, I guess, and Pat Bev was 4 of 4. But ultimately, at the end of the day, man, when we allowed, I don't fucking know, DeAnthony Melton to drop 30, I think we're not going to win the game, bro. I think we're not going to win the game. I just think that's very unfair to look at LeBron and Russ stink it up 80 to half, 30 and 12, and be like, oh, Joel can't guard Embiid when he gave him 30 right back, man. I ain't going to lie. And if it's about, hey, hold Embiid under 30 or whatever, he's done that before too. Embiid had a, 17-point game? Let me double check this right now. No. Oh, no, that's AD with a 17-point game. Yeah, Embiid been fucking him up. He got 2. Embiid has given him the business. Embiid's lowest scoring game in the last 4 years is an inefficient 26 points. And inefficient is a strong word by the nerds. He's inefficient. 0 of 5 from 3, 9 of 20 from the field. This was on, I believe, the 27th. But going to that game on the 27th, obviously the Sixers win there. How many free throws? Oh, I got you.
That's a real test.
I got you. 13 free throws. 13 free throws. So he couldn't make a shot to save his life. He had 13 free throws.
That sounds like a high 2 shooting percentage. Huh?
That sounds like somebody was fouling him like crazy.
But yet again, I still don't blame Anthony Davis for this loss. Wow, he just straight up outplayed him in this game. Because in this game, he just 31 and 12 again, mind you, 4 blocks this time, 7 misses on the field, only 1 attempted 3 of 3 from the free throw line. So these were actually complete yin-yang of hoops. How did the Lakers lose though, Sage? Because he lost too. Russell Westbrook actually played well. 20.3 assists, 9-15 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3. I'll take that from Russ. However, Malik Monk, 3 of 13. Can't do those. Avery Bradley, 1 of 4. Can't do those. Stanley Johnson, 1 of 6. Can't do those. Carmelo Anthony, 4 of 11. Can't do those. Austin Reeves, 0 of 4. Can't do those. THT, 2 of 8. Can't do those. But Sage, he had LeBron too. No, he didn't. LeBron didn't even play this game. LeBron didn't even fucking play, bro.
He needs
I'm not gonna lie.
Right? He needs.
I don't even know about needing LeBron to win. I think. I mean, LeBron is the best player on the team, right? Yeah.
Okay. I didn't notice how y'all.
Unless we are gonna sit here and flagrantly ignore shit for memes, there are two obvious, clear-cut games where Anthony Davis arguably outplayed or straight up just matched the level of Joel Embiid. 2 other games for sure. If it was come down to a series, obviously Joel Embiid, because AD had a 17-point game against this nigga. What the fuck are we talking about? But there's definitely 2 games where you could argue Anthony Davis was either better and or as good as Joel Embiid and lost simply because other players just did not show the fuck up. I don't know how the fuck we doing this. Now, Jokic, you got it. Simonis, I'll do my Googles right now.
Can I just add to right before Omar or Souls go? Another thing a lot of people are forgetting when it comes to AD, because I see somebody say in the chat, just move his black ass back to power forward. Honestly, that's exactly what he needs to do, because if there's one archetype of big man that he struggles with, and he's been struggling with, at least as long as he's been a Laker, and something definitely consistent with the 3 guys that we're accusing of whooping his ass, big centers who are prolific on the post or super finesse and skilled, give AD the business. I am actively looking up Jonas Valanciunas versus Anthony Davis. I remember watching us play the Knicks. I remember watching us play the Knicks, and this was it last year it had to be last year because it's injured this year. Mitchell Robinson, and I want to say last year was the year he really put on weight and looked a lot bigger, manhandling AD. And this was early in the season. I'm like, this nigga does not do good against physical bigs. Just don't. They're like, this shit is horrible. But I'm pulling up the Valanciunas numbers right now, just for reference. Valanciunas, goddamn, gave that nigga 30, 20. That's 30 minutes. Okay, cool. 25 and 12. I thought that shit said 30 and 20. I'm like, yeah, damn. I'll be having some good games, but nothing like super crazy.
Oh, we down with 80.
I'm just saying. AD does struggle with bigger dudes. Like that is.
Get on him, B-So.
Go ahead. Jeez.
I mean, I'm just saying the exact description that Damo said of AD. You know, when he's doing good, no one talks about him. When he's doing bad, everyone, shits on him, memes him out. Sounds like my guy, man. I know what you're going through. I sympathize. Not for real. I sympathize.
You've been waiting for this day to call this nigga.
You should be on my side because you do say the Celtics have 2 number 2s. So, it just, hey, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, it just makes the comparison stronger from both of our sides,
What's it called? Who is
number 2s?
Who is your guy's kryptonite? If you can like recall, like your guy, my guy, LeBron James, his kryptonite is obviously milk. You understand what I'm saying? So who is you guys' kryptonite?
The bright lights.
Jokic, without a shadow of a doubt.
Absolutely.
That is like, I'm not even gonna do my Googles on that. I don't think the Lakers stand a chance of beating the Denver Nuggets. I'd even think that we get swept regardless of the improvements we made. We ain't beating them niggas.
On bad shots, right?
Yeah, bro. Bad shots, good shot. I promise you, I'll say this. Maybe I'm a biased Laker Lols, bro. And maybe you can argue hindsight because the Nuggets have had closer games with other competition. But that's the thing. The Lakers have close games with the Nuggets. And in the game, it's a 10-point loss because these niggas just straight up make shots. And I know that's like, well, duh, I'll tell you what the fuck you talking about. Bro, it's good defense. Buzzer beater, bang. He's made that wild-ass shot 3 times on us, bro. You know the shot I'm talking about, bro. These niggas just... I don't know. Anytime we're on a run, Jamal Murray runs around the free throw line, back to the top of the key and nets a 3. We literally are right there. Hand clapping, fouling even. They're not even calling the foul sometimes. They make the shot, bro. I don't fucking know, bro.
Just say it, because you're dancing around it. Them niggas is cheaters. Them niggas be cheating. I'm done with it. Them niggas be cheating.
Magnets.
Them niggas, I don't know. The Gematria is Gematrian. I don't know what it is. Them niggas are cheating. I don't know. Watch too many of Jamal Murray, Jokic hand off Jamal Murray at top of the key. No one's here every time. Same play every time. And you know what? I'm starting to believe, and I didn't want to do this, but I'm back on the train. Fuck Darvin Ham. I'm back on the bullshit. Not gonna watch it. Fuck Darvin Ham.
You ain't made no adjustment to stop that one play at least, bro. Because Jokic, I can accept. Jamal Murray giving us 30 every time is annoying, bro.
Did you hear what that nigga said about last night?
Nah.
I just wish that I just wish Mike Brown would when he doing his offense would just let us know so we could defend it. What the fuck?
What?
You wish what? I wish you would tell us what he's doing so we know how to defend it. Ain't that what fucking film's for? Ain't that what we watch film? Don't you prepare to? AD gotta be better, man. AD
I almost have all the Sabonis games up right now. I have 2 left.
I don't care about the Sabonis games. Listen. Let's go to the next. Let's go to the next.
Fucking bad.
Friend of the show, brother of the show, brother of winning, made a video that I thought was interesting, but it's after the news of Ben Simmons. We didn't really care about that. Or we didn't really talk about that. Wait, before we get into that, hold on, because I haven't done this in a long time. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a super chat. Donations. Have y'all read these?
Yeah. Yes, we missed the last couple, but yeah, we've been reading them.
Trey Somersons, 1999, to say this is a super chat. We back on YouTube now. A member for 13 months.
Shout out to the members. I told y'all earlier in the pod, a lot of you guys tuned in a little late, man. The members, I ain't gonna lie. I'm editing a bitch for y'all as we speak, and it's a bundle it's a matter of a button getting pushed. The bundle is coming.
Vision Man for y'all says Sage led pod. Man, y'all missed
that was in the first quarter, man.
I'm just saying, I do miss it. I miss high numbers streaming. Shouts out to the 818 in the building. You feel me?
It does feel nice, man. 800.
He's on fire.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I feel it. Okay.
Twitch still there. Shout out to Twitch.
Yeah,
That's
shout
weird.
out to
We
I
still
saw
got
that-
300 over there,
Yeah, I'm
man. Big
It'd be
Twitch.
a yin yang thing. Nah, it's the majority of the Twitch niggas is still right there. So it's just a lot of YouTube niggas that came
I
back.
feel like Twitch is the girl. She's the girl you cheat on your girlfriend with. You know?
Yeah. Nah, Twitch, I wouldn't take that, man. That is not for me.
What you mean?
Nah, that's a lack of respect on the
Twitch-
things that we
Twitch-
built over
Twitch
there.
called
man.
y'all
I don't know what you
That's
gotta
crazy.
do. I'm not saying gift. That don't deserve no gifted. I don't
Yeah,
know
I ain't
what
gonna
you
lie.
gotta- I don't know
fight
what
him for
you
that.
do.
Listen.
Nah.
This
You
is
got-
not.
that don't deserve. We
Nah.
don't
This is how I
deserve
know
that. You
y'all
gotta
are
go crazy.
squares. Y'all ain't never cheated on your girlfriend, which is a good thing. I'm not saying I have either, but the one that you cheat on your girlfriend with, it's wet. It's crazy wet. Mouth, put like this.
That's a way to put it.
Great, man.
No, it is, man. It is. But you always got to come home. So we're like,
They don't give
Hit
five.
with the
bro.
5 gifted, man.
You got some
Appreciate you.
humiliation king. Don't
They
give
do.
five
They do.
for this.
They do.
No.
They do.
all right, we haven't talked about this. And
Oh, amateur with the 5 gifted. Hey.
five gifted, man.
No way that worked, bro. There's no.
That's Ben Simmons out for the remainder of the season while he consults with a specialist and explores treatment options for nerve impingement in his lower back. Ben Simmons has undergone microscopic partial discectomy to alleviate the nerve impingement, second back surgery since joining the Nets in 2012. Now, the Nets came out, he underwent a successful surgery today. They said who is the doctors, and they said he should be ready for training camp next season. Now there have been a lot of, well, first let's how do y'all feel? Because I ain't gonna lie, I feel bad at this point. It's bad. I'm feeling bad for Ben. I'm about to do a nasty ranking with him in 2 seconds, but I'm starting to feel bad. I'm feeling bad with him.
Yeah, no. I would just say if I was in his position, I would just feel hella demoralized. Like the last time I seen something like this was like when Derrick Rose is going through a series of injuries. It just seemed like injury after injury after injury is like, that's just demoralizing. I ain't gonna lie. I understand Ben Simmons isn't as lovable as a character as Derrick Rose for a bunch of different reasons. But at the end of the day, man, that's still a guy in his health. And coming back from the injuries that he's had is it's not like an easy thing to do regardless of who he is. So I feel bad. I ain't gonna lie.
I'd even go a step further. As a human to human, I feel like he needs to consider retirement, not just for packing the air, but just because, like at this point, you've already got a subsection of niggas that's on your ass for zero reason. You've already come out and talked about how you have mental issues. So the idea that none of it gets to you, for me at least, is unrealistic. Then you also are just physically like we treat these niggas like 2K too much. Surgery a bitch, fool. Like consistently going through that, bro. The process of rehab, bro. No, bro. Like chat, just imagine like a normal bodily function just doesn't work, doesn't feel the same to the point you need thousands of dollars surgery for it consistently, bro. It honestly, I'd be questioning that if I was him. If he loves the game that much and he's not boasting about how much he loves the game, him coming back would be a major statement to me that he does really, really, really want to play basketball and or really, 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 really wants that check. But either way, dog, I'd consider retirement if I were him. But in terms of the NBA sphere, it's an unfortunate conversation that is going to be had later.
Yeah, I don't feel bad. At this point, I am with Sage though. Time to wrap it up. I'm not gonna lie to you. This season was the season where you were supposed to come back, and you coming back and playing was the year of showing you did want to hoop or did want to. I think it's more wanting to hoop than want to back at this point because he had a bag. He has a bag. He's actually getting a bag. He's showing this year. He was showing this year he wanted to fucking play. He wanted to play ball. He was about basketball. That's what we wanted to do. I understand all that, but at this point, you have to think about your health and your life post basketball at this point. Like it's bigger than the game. And you going through this, yes, we can point at Derrick Rose and be like, hey, he came back on the other side and still has a career. And he dropped 50 that one time. And the nigga cried afterwards because they probably took so much out of him. And that was such a mental hurdle to think that was still in him. And Ben, I'm just real shit. it's bigger things than basketball. You already defeated the odds by getting drafted where you got drafted, making the money you've made, doing some of the things you've done. Niggas can't call you a bust because you've peaked a lot higher than other niggas that got past the bust label. Wrap it up, man. Think about your life. Think about how you're going to be as a grandparent. Like, you don't want to be grandpa with no back, grandpa with no movement. You want to still have some type of agility. You still want to have a form of a life, a happy life, a healthy life post basketball.
I'm gonna tell you something though. I think because people will be saying, "Oh my God, it's 2024, the medical advancements." I think that's part of the problem. Medicine has advanced. It's not time. Every time I remember when this is when I was going through my ankle issues, and it was getting locked up because I never addressed it back in the day. And so it got locked up. I went to the doctor, and he was like, "We got two options. We can do these steroid shots, and then we could, just do some physical therapy, or not steroid, cortisone shots. We could do some physical therapy, or we could do surgery." I advise against the surgery, and I was like, "Damn, I thought surgery was the fix all. Like, why not do it?" And he was like, "Once you start to do surgery, go in, cutting stuff up, doing things and he might have been Christian, and it didn't make sense because he was giving me a shot anyway. But nonetheless, once you open yourself up and start doing surgeries and having this human intervention, you're not turning back. You're not turning back. Your body can heal itself. It's made to heal itself. You might need to do some things, but you won't turn back once you have those surgeries.
What do you mean by turn back or not?
I think he meant that my body was never gonna be the same. And I don't know if he meant in a manner of like, because I'm physically literally cutting myself open, going in there and removing like scar tissue and some, not ligaments, but some bone. I was gonna have to get some bone scraped or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then my bone physically wouldn't be there anymore. Maybe that's what he meant, but he literally just said, "Yo, it's not gonna be the same, dog." So I would try the cortisone first and do the physical therapy, and then we can go from here. So I feel for Ben. I hear Damo. I wish he was here for this part, but I'm gonna read off some NBA legends. I want y'all to give me 3 people who, if you had to just erase injury from the equation, you would. So we got Chris Bosh, Magic Johnson, Grant Hill. Let me keep going. Ralph Sampson, Pete Maravich, Bill Walton, Yao Ming, Arvydas Sabonis, Drazen Petrovic, which wasn't really an injury, but that's okay. Damn, Klay Thompson. I don't know why they got Klay Thompson on this list. Brandon Roy, Bynum,
Larry Bird.
So Larry Bird on that list. Amari Stoudemire, they definitely got Amari Stoudemire on that list. I said Brandon Roy, right? Penny Hardaway, Derrick Rose. You could throw John Wall on that list if you want to. Joel Embiid if you want to. Who are T-Mac? You could throw T-Mac on there if you want to. So who are 2 guys from NBA history if you could just erase the injuries, and it would probably have a great impact on the league? Like who would that be?
Great impact on the league.
Or who would you even just like to see? Fuck if it has great impact. Just like to see the injuries get erased.
I think for me the easy answer would be D Rose, just because it would just answer the what ifs. Just fuck the what ifs. Let's just see how his career actually pans out. But historically speaking, even though I didn't see him play, the fact that Magic Johnson has like a top 5 all time case prior to like him retiring, like I just imagine like if he didn't have that, extended his career another 5, 6, 7 years, played damn near all of the 90s, what his career would look like in the GOAT conversation. Like imagine Magic with, I don't know, like 7, 8 rings. I don't know, and that's legitimately plausible in my opinion. But
did you name your second? My bad. You said 2, right?
I already named 2 players. So
okay, but for me, my 2, if I had to pick for 2 players to erase all the injuries, one, of course, Lonzo Ball, stunted stunted such a fire
He did get
story.
hold. I know that's a
Got
crazy name,
hold.
but he
Got
got
hold.
I give you
He's
that.
supposed to come back next year, but I am like iffy on what that comeback is going to look like. So that's my first. Secondly, for me, man, fuck it. I'm keeping it Laker, baby. Andrew Bynum. Man, I wish Andrew Bynum would stay the fuck. I wish he would have stayed healthy and stayed a Laker and actually was able to do something because I banged with Bynum. Bynum got a bad rap. So those are my two.
For me, I'm not gonna lie, my bias is 100% introduced into this. I'm going with a guy that really wasn't that bad with injuries until the latter half. I'm going with Kobe, bro, specifically because I'm trying to make a GOAT case. If I'm trying to see what could have happened, and I'm telling you, man, that boy somehow sneaks in a three-peat any point in time. A carbon copy Jordan about to get crazy. Objectively, if I were to not be hypocritical, that would honestly be swapped for Magic because Souls hit it on the money, but there's that. But I'm biased, so I'm going Kobe 1. 2, I'm sticking with my bias, man. But even if he never becomes a Laker, man, I ain't gonna lie. If 80 just didn't have to play soft ever, I think a lot of shit changes. If he never has to just be this guy that I gotta play the floor because I can't handle big bodies because he's scared of getting hurt, and he's able to just fuck it. I'm gonna jump up and palm your shit just because I'm athletic. I feel like, hey, maybe the best big in the world, maybe the better than Giannis, maybe the better Embiid takes would actually have some validity to him. And honorable mention, I mentioned his name, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, it's fun to make fun of him sometimes because the fans are annoying, but Joel Embiid is right there. I'm not gonna lie, he is right there.
Can I do an honorable mention? Just honorable mention. Lynn Bias.
Oh, yeah.
I would want to see what would have happened with Lynn Bias in the NBA.
Reggie Lewis.
Yeah, that's you guys. Yeah,
that literally ruined the whole decade for the Celtics. That's it.
That's what I was gonna say. I would, if I could, and that's what's crazy about it, because some of them are like all same team.
Yeah.
I would like to see Larry Bird, Reggie Lewis, and Lynn Bias just carry it out. I'm looking at Larry Bird retiring at 35, but I'm thinking like, man, he might have not even saying he's going to 40, but just a couple more.
Been
years.
old man Kareem for the Celtics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have two that were also on the same team of T-Mac and Grant Hill. Really Grant Hill, because T-Mac is just a joker, so it really doesn't even matter. But T-Mac is one. My actual one, like this is because I was gonna say Magic as well. I think even at 38, 39, he could still come in and get a ring off with Shaq and Kobe and stuff like that. They would have started winning rings earlier, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Wasn't he like just one season off from playing with Kobe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
and then
Magic would have.
What I found out today is the nigga actually went and played in Sweden.
I seen that.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring that up too. Yeah, I did not know that.
He went and played in Sweden. Till he was like 40, 41s or whatever, and was going absolutely fucking nuts over there. I seen the highlights.
Yeah.
My actual one, Tim Duncan. Now,
if he did get injured,
talk about GOAT cases.
I don't remember him being injured.
When did he get injured?
Was there an injury that slowed him down? Because I know, like KG, he had the injury that slowed him down for the second half of his career.
Tim Duncan had his knees was fucked up. Yeah, 06. Like Cardiac just said, 06. And this is like during so they transitioned. I don't want to say transition, but like, all right, Tony, not Tony. Tony. Tony starts to really like ramp up and stuff like that, and they transition off of him or whatever, or transition to him. But then there's like this period of time where they're just not winning, but Tim is just kind of a little older,
You talking about like them knick-knack shits though, right? Because
I don't think
I'm trying to think, because if he had a big injury in 06 and still
playing games,
and still won 2 chips afterwards,
he's in the majority of the playoff games as well.
This is not.
I think that's the point though.
Yeah, it's just like the knick-knack shit where he's like playing, but like Curry's ankles type shit.
Yeah. I guess so. I guess if you want to equate it to that, but yeah. So some ankles and stuff in the feet and stuff like that for him, but. Essentially, and Norris Cole said it. And matter of fact, I want to play that clip because, Norris Cole was kind of on the money with it. We talk about a lot of people's careers and stuff like that. But Tim Duncan is
start to finish hella complete.
Tim Duncan is on it, man.
And you learn how great Tim Duncan was. So this was after Tim Duncan was prime. This is past his prime.
Mhm.
He still averaged like 19 and 11 that series. Like he could have won Finals MVP just as well as Kawhi. Like this is not the 25, 26, 27, 30-year-old Tim Duncan. This is the older Tim Duncan averaging 19, 11, and 2 blocks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, after the series, I'm like, Tim Duncan, bro. Imagine if he was 27 when we played them. Could you imagine that?
Sick. It's
Those
sick.
Spurs teams, I'm after we beat them, I'm imagining like, could you imagine Tim Duncan when he was 29? And Manu was 27 and Tony was, imagine trying to guard that team.
Imagine, especially Tony.
What?
I want to
Fucking loser. What kind of shit? I'm thinking he's talking about the year they beat him. He's talking about the year they beat them. Imagine they win a championship on the plane. Yo, Bron, I know we just went crazy. Ray, good shot. Yo, imagine that nigga was in his prime though. Like, could we have done it then? Like, imagine if that was the one you played in 07. Like, man, we scraped by, didn't we? Yo, loser ass nigga.
I'm looking at some high finishes in but
That's it blew me, bro.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
I really started thinking about it. Like after we beat them, yo, they weren't even at final form. This is second form sale. Like what?
I'm looking at Tim Duncan with a LeBron James career. I'm not gonna lie, dog. Like health wise, from a health perspective, he is literally the greatest player of all time, and he has 8 rings.
I feel you. I mean, I got Timmy 4 on my list all the time. So I mean, I think he was great. I think his career was pretty goddamn good.
I think Timmy is literally my 4 through 6 guy. So I'm not mad at you.
Also think about this. Tim plays one more year. I'm talking about when he's what is this? What year is this where he's last played?
16. Same last year as Kobe.
16, right? But he was like 39.
39, yep.
I want to say. All right, he plays, he's 40, right? At 39, I mean, it was cool or whatever, but they beat the Warriors that year. The next year. Kawhi doesn't get hurt. I'm throwing that in there as well. Kawhi doesn't get hurt. Tim doesn't get hurt. They beat the Warriors.
I mean, at that point.
Nah, I'm being nasty. He's got 8 rings. He's got 8 rings.
No, that's such a nasty.
And then later he gets another one.
I mean, just think about it. If Tim Duncan never got injured ever, Kawhi doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, I'm about to say
I'm telling you, if we're talking about players who would benefit the most from having LeBron levels of health, I think Tim is the one. I ain't gonna lie, Tim is the one.
I don't know.
Magic is right there. I hear Magic. Magic is right there.
You would say defense for Magic, though.
These niggas think because he totally play defense. So honestly,
but I'm saying, like, all right, if we look in the offensive, all right, cool. Magic has them offensively potentially, but then defensively, Tim is clearing Magic defensively, right?
Yeah, suppose. But then compared to the career that if Tim would just stay with his career,
nah, I ain't hearing that from you. I'm not hearing that from you, Omar, anymore, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I cannot hear that from you.
Every fucking all-time draft, these 2 niggas right here, 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s ass players, but we're
not done with the 80s.
Jerry West, who's guarding Jerry West in the clutch?
Saying, bro.
Who benefits the most from a LeBron level of health?
I'm being serious. I'd say Magic. I'd say, does Jordan never leave? Because you know what? That sounds corny.
Jordan arguably already had LeBron health. He just kept on retiring.
Yeah, he just retired.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we're not corny, Jordan actually, because he might fuck around.
No, I can't stop him from retiring. He retired.
I think Shaq benefits more.
Shaq does.
I think Shaq would benefit more.
Shaq just got fat.
That's health.
No. I mean, outside of fat, because he got fat later on in his career, that caused health issues. Your knees are going to be
2011, but Shaq was better.
Okay, that's fine, but he's still going to be fat.
Not healthy at that point. That's not LeBron health at that point, man.
Not LeBron health.
Yeah.
No, y'all gotta stop. That's dick suck. That's dick
what? Not dick suck. That's true. Even if you want to say him being fat, but he just doesn't get injured, that still would change his career.
I'm not gonna lie though, it don't change too much. He's still fat.
Oh my God.
He starts getting run off the floor kind of fast. I ain't gonna lie.
Derrick Rose is a bigger. It's a bigger change for Derrick Rose, and Derrick Rose has.
I'm talking about for the NBA landscape. You think
Yao Ming's another good
I
one.
think
Someone
Derrick
bring up
Rose. If
Yao Ming.
Derrick
I'm
Rose
dying on
has,
just Magic.
matter of fact, Brandon Jennings. Derrick Rose and Brandon Jennings.
That's not the line is drawn.
All right.
I'm dying on just Magic, by the way. I would be biased and say Kobe, but that's obvious bias because there's a decent argument for
Tim Duncan's up, though. Top 3.
Yeah.
Brandon Jennings.
Yeah, Tim is literally in my 4 through 6, so I'm not mad. But yeah, I think my clear-cut answer, like, is Magic for sure.
I'd like to mention Yao Ming again.
He ain't going to do nothing to Tim Duncan.
Can I wait? I know we cut him off. What's the Brandon Jennings?
I just feel like Brandon Jennings, because he was one of those guys who also would have been one of the grandfathers of the new age of basketball when it comes to guard play. He was one of the first when it transitioned to guard being first leading the team. A lot of people forget when he put 51 on a young Stephen Curry who was in his draft class. Like, Brandon Jennings was at the forefront of scoring guards. And in the 2010s, it became a scoring guard league. If he has LeBron levels of health and luck in terms of staying healthy, Brandon Jennings would easily, and I think it's lucky to stay that healthy. That's why I say levels of luck. I think Brandon Jennings easily is one of the better point guards of the 2010s. And we're having a different conversation about Brandon Jennings.
Yes,
he is.
He's just the worst.
No, he's not. He's really not.
What is Brandon Jennings supposed to be doing that I'm like shooting?
We never got to find out because of health. We've never found out because of health. And that's my
I'm
point.
looking at it right now, though. 5 years into his career, he was already 24, and he was playing 80 games every single season. And at 24, he was already 15. Brandon Jennings. 15 points, 6 assists. Do you think he gets astronomically better if he just stayed healthy? That's 24-year-old Brandon Jennings, not injured.
Look at him.
You might be talking about Gilbert Arenas. I think if you make that same case with Gilbert Arenas, it would be much stronger. But respectfully, Brandon Jennings
was crazy, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel like we got lost in what the initial conversation was. Wasn't the initial conversation who would have a better chance of being the GOAT or moving up?
Well, just who improves the most.
I'm about to say, yeah, it was
the nigga decided to throw in Brandon
Jennings is crazy.
Yeah, Brandon Jennings.
He does improve. Brandon Jennings does improve. He does not improve.
Yes, he does.
I think unironically,
his career gets better, Damo. Yes.
I'll give Pat this. There's
look
a
at
name. Dwayne Wade's a name. That is actually a good point. I'll give Pat that. That's actually a fantastic.
Let's get back to the part. Let's get back.
No. I did say Derrick Rose and Brandon Jennings. Thanks for you want to harp on Brandon Jennings. Derrick Rose. There we go. Think on Derrick Rose. The first thing I said.
Then we just recall. Why'd you bring up Brandon Jennings? That's all.
That's cool. Fine. Derrick Rose. Is that fine?
Just say D-Wade. Just say D-Wade.
That was my initial take.
No, I'm not saying D-Wade. I'm not saying D-Wade. Someone else said D-Wade. Tyreek Evans. Shout out chat. Tyreek Evans.
Stop. You don't even know how to behave.
Big Reek, man. Big Reek.
This is Mr. Every Team got 5 untouchables, bro.
DeMarcus Cousins. I thought about saying DeMarcus Cousins.
Himself out the game.
You telling me DeMarcus Cousins doesn't benefit from being healthy? Are we serious?
He suspended himself.
Yes, he does.
It's not suspended. If DeMarcus doesn't get hurt, he wins a chip and he stays at a high level. What are we talking about?
A chip?
Where did he
talking about Golden State?
No. Yes, he Golden State. He goes to Golden State this year after. And if you want to argue, he doesn't go to Golden State because he's healthy. All right, cool. He still could end up going to Golden State. But
oh my God,
he's fully healthy.
MLE. He's not
taking an MLE. All right, bro.
Just saying. Boogie's second half of his career is definitely a lot different.
Take AD at that point.
What do you mean take AD?
If you're gonna take Boogie, take Anthony Davis at that point. A better player, just top to bottom, actually. If you're gonna say
y'all might win some championships if AD was healthy.
Cousins would get. If you're gonna say DeMarcus Cousins would get a ring, just use Anthony Davis at that point.
I mean, AD's getting. I'm not saying AD will get more rings. AD gets a ring in general, but I feel like Boogie has a bigger change if he's healthy, though.
Stop. Okay, let's go to the next.
Bigger change to the narrative of Boogie if he stays healthy. Am I bugging?
Please.
Am I forgetting something about DeMarcus Cousins now?
Please, for the love of God, let's talk about something.
Not get hurt.
I'm not laughing at. I see where you're coming from. I just disagree.
I want.
He gets hurt at 26. Well, no, 28. He gets hurt when he's 28, and literally his career is over at that point.
Damo, please.
28.
Please.
Are you serious?
There's just so many more names to name.
We're just naming names. Is Boogie the worst name? Are we serious?
You still could say like Grant Hill. Like
this is a
Who
he's
said
in the
Grant Hill already,
conversation
did you not?
aspect.
no, we had not in this specific one, but it's cool, dog. Like it's
Niggas is bouncing.
he still got a bad attitude.
Remember this for the Q&A, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Niggas still got a bad attitude.
He was hoping that niggas would put up with the attitude because he had.
He would have been happier.
No, not even that. Niggas would just put up. Niggas will put up with the bad attitude for at least longer than him being fucking. Okay.
He's still in Sacramento.
Nobody did. Say
No,
Chris
he's not.
Paul.
He got hurt in New Orleans, so he wouldn't even put.
Why did you say Chris Paul?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we actually suck. None of us.
That's
Said
what I'm
Chris
saying, Chris
No,
Paul.
we're just yapping.
Well, you think Chris Paul's a yap? Or you
No, I
talking
think I'm thinking if a nigga says, but he was in Sacramento though. He didn't get hurt in Sacramento. He got hurt after Sacramento. So now we're just yapping.
No,
Oh, you might as well. I go. We could even say like, oh, Scotty stays healthy. That might incentivize Mike to stay, and they could run it up more. Like you just saying stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Bill Walton.
can't
Next
wait for
topic
this
to me.
Q&A.
I just ain't know.
you just saying stuff is a cue for next topic to me. Let's go.
Speaking of guys staying healthy, we didn't really talk about Drea and Jalen Green on this podcast. But
healthy.
Hey, just trying to transition. Next topic. But you know, you guys as friends of the show and family of the show, Nick Young and Gilbert Arenas did.
Pregnant, got the young boy.
Damn, if they only knew. But like, I was shocked too, though. Like that day when I was riding home with Philly in the car. Yeah. I don't know if I can tell that story. If you want me to tell that story,
No, she's a mother now.
she's a mother. Now. Yeah, we can't do that because that day changed my life. I ain't gonna lie. That day changed my life. That's when Swaggy P was like, "Okay, man, I got to. This is what NBA is about."
Hey, listen. Hey, NBA. Hey, listen. I'll let you know this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm riding in the car. He in the back seat. I turned my head. This nigga against. Huh?
No.
What was you doing in that back seat, Gil? What was you doing in that back seat? We went to the strip club.
Just telling stories, man. What's
That's
back in the day?
Do you know how generational, I guess, the head had to be for you to watch somebody else get it and it changed your life? That's what I be telling y'all about the niggas in the Discord. Y'all like big dicks, okay? That's just what it is.
Say Nick Young is a Discord guy?
Yeah, y'all like watching big cocks go in and out of somebody's mouth. Cause how does watching somebody get head change your life?
Dude, you remember? The fact that you remember it? Cause I do.
He told that story before. Oh, he told that story like years ago. I ain't gonna lie. He just never put a name to the woman in the back seat with Gil. It's ironic that it ends up being old girl, but I've seen a lot of people talking about how nasty they are for saying that, how disrespectful it is. They don't fucking owe Jalen Green nothing. They don't know Jalen Green. What are we talking? They don't know this nigga. They know her from an extreme crazy situation. They just telling stories. That they can do that. She did it.
Getting head extreme and crazy.
I mean, if you're a rookie in the NBA and you didn't come from a lifestyle like that, and when you're a rookie and your vet tells you, "Hey, yo, whip me around real quick," again, the context of the story, I can understand how that is like life changing. It changed your perspective on what you're allowed to do.
Nick Young ain't never.
I mean, I don't think anything. I know what Nick Young said twice now that changed his perspective on what niggas is really doing in his life. That was his rookie year or second year.
Suck penis. No, let me stop. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't feel no type of way, but I think it's funny. She sucked the dick. I mean, I'm not the fuck. If she didn't do it, that'd be weird. If they lying, then
is that a funny story?
Like,
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to drag it. That's a funny story to you? Like somebody say she sucked the dick. It's funny to you?
I mean, to me, no, because I'm not there. But
you said it was funny.
They laughed, didn't they? That was a funny story to them. That was an inside joke for them. They're friends, long time friends. Like they're talking about some shit that happened with them. I'm not mad at that. Life story. You know, fuck who mama it
Her
is.
and Drea too. Damn.
Low key.
Ooh.
I don't think it's crazy. I'm on this one, man. I don't know. That seemed like 20 years ago. They've definitely moved on. You're just telling a story from back in the day. You know?
I'm gonna make this clear, man. Y'all talk about my girl like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You're like, y'all crazy, bro. That's wild. Am I saying basically? So these niggas just sitting there, like, basically saying that like he got cooked at floor. Is that you got cooked, or at the peak? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, you got a generational talent there, and then just like, come on, bro. And I understand. I'm with Damo in the sense that like them saying it, it's not like, oh, you're a bad guy in a sense, but like you saying it online. It's like, damn, bro. like that's my problem. Like you had that conversation with the bros. That's just something that's happened. That's just, we can even go to like just some toxic high school or college shit. That's just something that's gonna happen when you're in a sphere of the same men and women being around each other. But in terms, it's just like, hey, coming to the net and just being like that. That's kind of crazy. Man. I ain't gonna lie. Like that, like it's not like they deserve to be canceled, delete pod. But is it disrespectful? Hell yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think it is. Not necessarily
perspective.
The concept.
No, I'm thinking about it like if I was in Jalen's shoes. You know what I'm saying?
But not even just Jalen's shoes. It's weird as a man for somebody to come up and talk about what they did with their penis out in the open for millions of people with putting specific names on it.
That's what I'm thinking about it right now, Antway. I'm just saying. New perspectives come to light.
New perspectives.
Wait, go ahead, Damo. Go ahead.
I mean, I guess it's just where you draw the line because, I mean, looking at that, I look at some of the shit I've said on the net or I've been a part of with this brand on the net. If the line is, hey, man, what we talk about that for? We crossed that line a while ago. Like, have you
ever put an on the net?
Yes. If you don't feel like the Christian space with his baby mama was a bit over a line of morality, I mean, I don't know. If you don't think the Chris space with talking about his girl cheating, how she cheated, was the dick bigger? We were asking actual dick questions. Again, if you felt their conversation was over the line, and it's on the net. Go ahead.
The two participating parties coming forth saying that they want to talk about these things on the space, I think is different than me like saying, yeah, I had Christian's baby mama come and suck my dick in the back.
One instant, both of them said they were willing to. The other one, we only had one perspective, and we found out that the other was there the entire time, and then she did her own thing. With the Christian thing, we didn't know his baby mama was there. We were telling him, hey, yo, what you should do is it was all fun and games, and it was jokes, and then it got super real, and we just kept going with it. So
even with that being said, a part of the party involved was there to have the conversation and wanted to have the conversation.
Is Gil not the nigga that got his dick sucked? Is he not a part of the party that was doing something?
Nah, I'm saying you probably had Jalen there at that point.
And even in that being said, Gil didn't tell the story.
There? He was 2 years old when it happened.
No, with that being said, though, Damo, you would be right. Gil didn't even tell the story. Nick Young told the story.
I think it's just one of those things that would not get brought up if Jalen Green was in the same room.
That's true too. If Jalen Green wasn't popular, he's not talking about and putting a name on, specifically putting a name on. Because you said it, he talked about it before, but he's not putting a name on it unless Jalen Green is, I
don't think it has anything to do with Jalen Green. He didn't put a name on her at first because there was no need to put a name on her at first. But now, because her name is out there, you can put a name on who was in the back of the car. At first, a lot of the masses wouldn't have known who the fuck. I mean, maybe I'm overestimating who Drea Michelle is. I don't know who that is. I wasn't familiar with her before.
Is she a celebrity?
Is she a celebrity? I don't know.
She was on Basketball Wives for dating Orlando Scandrick. Brittany Renner, but probably not higher than Brittany Renner, I would say probably.
Yeah.
Then I'm just misinformed on her game for real. Then I just don't know about her. I didn't think that she was a celebrity of any sort. Not gonna lie.
When we talk about kryptonites, side note, Jason Tatum is KD's kryptonite. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Cooking them.
I don't know, man. Look, man, I'm not saying niggas couldn't had a conversation at all or even think it, because I'm just being honest. At the end of the day, dog, that's a that's a famous celebrity. There's going to be people that have slept with said famous celebrity. It is what it is. But when we talking about it online after, and I don't know if they was breaking the news that he had got her pregnant or anything like that, but if that's like the segue to it, I'm like, damn, bro, like what? Like, you okay, bro? Like that's what I'm saying. I'm just looking at it in the perspective of if that was my baby mom's and Damo had hit my baby moms in the past, and let's say Bezos and Damo Ben knew it and I didn't know it, and then like 5 years later, that's my girl, that's my baby mom's or whatever. And then these niggas, while talking and I'm not on the pod one day, they just like, yo, I'll never forget that car ride. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, we got a problem, bro. So I don't know, bro. Now, obviously, they don't know Jalen. That's where I do agree, Dom. They don't know Jalen, but you ain't had to do that on the net, is all I'm saying. Bro.
I will say specifically for those two, their dynamic, as at least as has been put on the internet since the infamous Gil jumping over the fence, fucking with Nick Young in his house days. That was the first time Gil really got a lot of virality on the internet. To me, that was the start of this shit of him having an internet like personality or whatever, trying to do some shit. Their dynamic has always been low-key embarrass each other on the internet. Like that's always been their dynamic. When they're having conversations, they bring up embarrassing conversations. If you go back and look whenever Nick Young and Gilbert Arenas have shared a mic on the podcast or on the platform, they do shit like that where they say things that would be deemed embarrassing or inside jokes to them. They bring that shit on the internet all the time, at least in their dynamic. That I will say that's literally them. So this is just another extension of that. And I want to say that clip came after Gil was on his podcast talking about how Nick Young, oh yeah, now this nigga's a baking cake ass nigga, like he said him. Like that clip went viral a little bit ago. This could be Nick Young's get back from that. Like they
embarrassing him by like telling how he got his dick sucked in the face.
Hey, I'm not saying it was a good one, but bringing that shit up where they feel uncomfortable and embarrassed or whatever. Just say a crazy story. Like that's what they do.
He got him. I agree. He got him.
He cooked.
He cooked.
Oh my god.
He is.
Wait, so could you just replay the clip? So it was just they were talking about Jalen Green, right? And then Nick Young says, "You remember back in the day?" And then I don't know. I just feel like Gil was kind of put in a pickle to respond, and like Nick Young kind of like put a name to it just because of how the question was set up or the topic was set up.
It wasn't even really a question, but I got you. And somebody in the comments, you fools, there's more context. You just don't watch the whole Gilbert Arenas. No, I don't. I don't watch all of Gilbert Arenas.
Pregnant. Got the young boy.
Damn, if they only knew. But like I was shocked too though. Like that day when I was riding home.
Yeah, that's on Nick Young. That's on Nick Young, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not mad at it. I'm just like, damn, you did my dog crazy.
That's on Nick, man.
I don't think they evil.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Gifts.
Jeremy Tucson.
More gifts.
Why is Drew Holiday a knockdown shooter now?
I ain't complaining.
This is from Daniel Jean Charles. God, the familiars. $5 says YouTube the better platform for real.
Forgot about this guy, man. I see Ore in chat too.
Yeah, I see Ore in chat. She's waiting. And Chan Lee for 1999 says,
"Oh man, not again."
First stream I've caught live type shit. The vibes be keeping me entertained. It's the best podcast. Y'all boys keep cooking. Tell it to the advertisers.
What is a better platform? YouTube or Twitch, man? Let us know where we
I
should
wish
stream
everybody
next.
thought we were an advertiser. Thought that we were a podcast. Tough.
We're just streamers. I got some things down my TL. We're in the random hour, man. Just gonna get off some random shit. I saw this in 2020. Andrew Tolles was homeless and diagnosed with schizophrenia. Former outfielder hasn't played baseball since 2018 and may never play again. But once again, the Dodgers have re-signed Tolles to a $0 deal, allowing him to keep using medical health services and insurance. And the first thing I thought, first of all, W Dodgers. Second thing was, man, Tony Snell couldn't catch a break. I didn't know that $0 deals. I didn't know that I didn't know that was a thing.
So what did come from the Tony Snell situation? Just nothing happened. He didn't.
Yeah, he just didn't. He didn't get it. Just did not get it.
That's tough.
Told his wife stop doing TikToks. That's what he did. Put them bags down.
Put them shits the fuck down.
Put them shits down.
Stop flexing them goddamn Birkins. It's
like the fucking house.
You got to do some different shit, man. I don't know.
We in the back.
We in spirit now. Post that on your little gram.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, but W Dodgers though, that was dope. I would just say, I mean, probably a different CBA, right? Like, I feel like if that was an option for Tony Snell, like that would have been something they brought up. Like, no one's even, I don't even know if a $0 deal is a thing in the NBA. Isn't that a 10-day?
Everybody be saying that. Somebody said that. Do you know if they can do that? There are no rules, man. There are no rules.
No, there's rules. There's rules.
Trying to make exceptions.
Thank you. And let's not act like these niggas. Oh, wait a minute. We can't do that.
Them panting.
These rules are in place for a reason. Come on, stop. We've got to stop.
I mean, yeah, we all know that they can make an exception. That's fine, but I don't think that the Dodgers made an exception doing that. Like I said, it's probably just the CBA or how things are ran in baseball are a lot different than basketball. So they were allowed to do that shit like that. Plus, I don't think nobody fucking wanted Tony Snell. I mean, yeah, nobody wanted Tony Snell.
Let's stop, dog. Let's stop.
Learn Chinese, buddy. I don't know.
I don't think it's about that. It's about the health, but okay. Let's keep going. We just on my team. On my
I was
TL.
muted like fuck.
I mean,
Oh well.
There were a couple of videos in topics chat that I would like to talk about.
Oh yeah,
Shaquille O'Neal hating again.
I'm pulling them up now. We're getting there. I wanted to share this. You know, we're mixing it up, man.
Okay, I thought you needed help. I thought you was
no. This is just now. I found this one to be interesting. I know, yeah, controversial. Trans women shouldn't be allowed to compete against biological women in women's sports. That's the tweet. Now, seen a lawsuit. A couple of the students from like Georgia, specifically UGA, Georgia Tech, apparently they want to sue, and they're going through with their lawsuit because, you know, Leah Thomas, the situation with Leah Thomas, and she's swimming and she's in the locker rooms and stuff like that. And talking about physical sports competing. Mina Mendez is talking about a video game.
Well, I mean, the crux of the conversation is esports a sport. I think it just depends on what your answer to that kind of determines what your answer to this is. And I know this is gonna sound crazy. Feel how you feel about, you know, trans women in sports. Should trans women be allowed to compete in esports?
So they got a problem with like loading up in the Call of Duty lobbies?
Yes.
All right, man. Look, I get it. Sometimes we are trying to be raunchy and mean to people, but this is just some bullshit. All right. I do not think it is. It is not that serious, bro. Like, okay.
I just think the only reason you would have that stance from that tweet is if you genuinely think esports is a sport, so you're maintaining consistent with all sports. But I don't know.
But even then, and I'm not. Oh, I'm sorry, Dom.
Go ahead.
But even then, like the main thing, the whole controversial thing, the left or right thing is in terms of like obvious physical advantages. There's no physical advantages on a controller unless you're gonna argue like the hands are bigger, maybe the button mash stronger. Like what is the take? I ain't gonna lie. No, I don't get this one. This is dumb.
I got you. Wait, before you, because I got the answer now, Damo. I'm on her Twitter. If there truly isn't a male advantage in Call of Duty, let's put it to the test and have the male CDL players compete against the female league. For those who don't understand the fun, I'm just kidding. We all know how that would end.
Most men want to play Call of Duty. It's just a higher.
It's not even that.
Go ahead.
I wasn't aware that there was a female league of pro Call of Duty. I thought that, especially esports, but I thought women and men competed against each other in esports. No,
I know. There's a women's Valorant league. I think Women's Valorant.
So from my understanding,
That's why I asked which esport though, because I know some of them may. I've heard of all female teams before, but I thought shit like Dora. I think if that's Dora, if that's the name of it. League of Legends. I thought that shit. I thought the men and the women competed against each other in that.
I don't know enough about esports to be honest.
from my understanding, there is some intergender leagues. However, there were some ones that were like specifically for women and men, but women because they want to try to boost up females playing video games. Should trans women be allowed to play in the women's Call of Duty league or not, dog?
No,
not Little Fly. That's just my.
I'm gonna say at this point, no. If they're not allowing the women to play against the men, then
no, they are though. They are.
Oh, if they are, then yes. Why not? This is dumb. This is stupid. If they are, then cool. But if there's just using Call of Duty for example, if esports, if the league players on Call of Duty, if it's separated by gender, then hey man, open up a trans division. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like have them play each other because that is the rules of the game. I'm not about to. Don't change the shit for nobody. That's what the rules are. But if you are playing Overwatch and there's just a pool of pro players, trans people should be allowed to enter the pool of pro players. Everybody play each other.
Now, let me ask you this. Because I know a lot of people's thing is like physical, like Sage said. Men's chess, women's chess. Can a trans... I choked.
I just think this shit's so dumb, bro. Go ahead.
Men's chess, or you know the game where it's like a bunch of grids on it, and you flip one card over, and you flip another card over, and you got to play the memory game.
Yeah.
Men's memory game league, women's memory game league. Can a trans woman compete in the women's division of the memory game league?
Nope. Trans division.
They can't even compete in the man's division?
Nope. Trans division.
This is crazy.
There's a difference between the two, but I just don't know if there's a big enough difference to even care. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why do
even if there is a difference, if it's not significant enough because it's video games and mental sports or whatever, like I don't.
Mental sports is crazy.
Yeah, that's
like again with the sports thing. Again, mental see the argument. Like obviously, there's an obvious argument. I don't need to be PC and act like there's not that. Hey, this is unfair. In chess, nigga. What? Think like a man. So no. Like what? She might be more biased to the king than the queen. No, what are we doing, bro? What are we actually doing, bro?
I personally do not care. The only point I care in is there's already established men's and women's league. My answer is always going to be give them their own division. Like that's just if there's no intermingling, don't intermingle at all. Fuck it, give them their own. I'm not going to say make them play the men. That's fucked up. Nah. Make them play other trans people.
Nah, that is insane.
That will always be my answer. Default. If they are separated, keep all the segregation, my nigga. New era segregation. Keep it.
I think only the losers be having these conversations. You lost, dog. It's spades. All right. You suck. You're not good. Okay. All right. You had your panties in a bunch for the physical sports. So you moved to video games. You weren't good at that. And you're gonna be mad if like a trans woman comes in there and bakes you off of the stove. So I don't know. I just be happy with being in like 5th place. Somebody got to be in it.
Yeah, nah, this shit's fucking pathetic. I ain't gonna lie.
Like,
just be I'm editing. If y'all asking, I'm not looking at the thing. This is fucking pathetic. Oh my lord.
I didn't know if y'all knew that was a real thing. Okay. I'm gonna get to Shaq Hayden. There's some other stuff that I had to get this off. I have weekend plans, and I want to know what y'all are doing for the weekend. But I obviously want to start. I saw this on Vizio TV.
It's supposed to be Vegeta.
What?
Hook? Is Master Roshi white?
No, this no. Audio listeners, we are watching the trailer for Dragon Ball: The Magic Begins, 1991.
Altogether, there are
Oh yeah, we done with the 90s, man. This was the deal for me. Why does the dragon just keep on randomly showing up, bro?
Who is that?
That's Boma.
Oh, okay. What the fuck?
They just see some real turtle.
Nigga, is that Piccolo? Oh, this is crazy.
Whoa.
Hey man, that's how they get
I
back.
was with him until that shit. I was with him until I seen Popo. That was crazy.
What the fuck?
Long ass trailer.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, Shenron, tighten the fuck up, bro.
I mean, that's what I personally.
That's what you're gonna watch this weekend?
That is I started watching it last night, but I was like exhausted, so I could not finish it. However, yes, that is it's the Dragon Pearl. They're seeking the Dragon Pearl.
What made, like, did you see a TikTok from it? Like, what made you? Okay, let's do this weekend.
I cut the TV on because I was about to eat, and then it was on the homepage of the Vizio thing, and I was like, whoa. Dragon Ball, The Magic Begins. This is some new shit. And then when I clicked on it, me and my girlfriend, this is not Dragon Ball, man. This is not Dragon Ball. But that's that shit I like. I don't know.
That
I would love to talk about what I'm doing this weekend real quick. I just want to say to that, personally, I was with it until I seen Popo, or if that was supposed to be Popo, I'm off that. I'm good on that. I'm all right. I don't think I watched that, but I want to hear everybody's opinions before I say what I'm doing. How do y'all feel?
Well, what you just watched?
I mean, that, like I said, when I was watching it, that gave me a stronger case for we done with the 90s than what we've been talking about, man. That was some garbage. Garbage.
Damn, y'all tough. That was better. Okay, so that or a Dragon Ball Evolution, though.
I'm taking that. I'm taking that.
If you just renamed what we just watched, like the Power Rangers or Naruto, I'm watching that at that fucking point. Or Star Wars, or like a MASH, the Omniverse. Just name it different, and I'm taking that.
Hey man, I'm fucking with it.
I have no words. I seen Devilman and Mr. Popo. I seen this nigga Goku whip out a motherfucking Megazord horizontally. I don't even know who the girl is. I think I saw launch for like 5 seconds. So Bulma can fly.
Oh, was it launch? Whoever was the Jeep. I thought Bulma had the Jeep. Bulma has a Jeep. She had a Jeep, right?
Bulma.
Or did launch had a
first couple episodes
in Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Oof. I honestly, I don't even know, bro. I have no.
Call it Balls of Dragon. It's crazy.
Yeah, and also if the entire episode out of nowhere, this fucking troll ass dragon's just gonna look at me and then fly at the screen.
Same animation every time. The same
animation, bro.
Like, oh yeah, this shit's whack.
What was the crocodile? You know, that's not important.
Why was he full mounted on a crocodile?
Him.
And also, are they just like canonically weak? They can blow up a ship, but a random croc is like, holy shit.
That's much.
That was King Croc, buddy.
You know what? I can't beat a crocodile no more. If they got crocs like
Super
that.
Saiyan Croc 3.
Goku was over there giving that nigga haymakers to death. He was just opening and closing his mouth.
I'm saying, bro.
You can't do it.
Okay, what are y'all doing this weekend, man?
Well, me, big announcement for this weekend. Got a doctor's appointment with my girl. My daughter might end up being a big sister. So, well, not might is be end up a big sister. Yeah. So.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations!
Yeah. So, got that going
Yep.
on.
Yep.
And on top of that, I'm watching a lot of shows this weekend. Watch a lot of stuff this weekend. Catch up on stuff. I watched Them. Caught Them for the first time. That shit was cool. Watched Wayne. Wayne was pretty dope. Yeah, just watching shows. Them is the you might have seen a clip of it of the dude with the black dude in blackface that was like the tap dancing man shit. That
Okay,
shit.
yeah.
Watch
Is
that.
that a
Shit.
show?
It's a show. It's on Prime. It's a show. I'm not gonna lie. It was cool. In my opinion, could have been better. And then I watched Wayne. Wayne was cool.
No, I don't think I got any plans this weekend, man. Just I'm gonna try to touch some grass, get some vitamin D, but I don't got any specific plans.
Okay. Sage.
Oh, I'm going out to this. I'm going to a birthday party and then I'm invited to some brunch, but I ain't gonna be on shit there. But should be fine. I'm just going out with the gang. Going out with the gang for sure.
I also need to watch Dune. It's a Dune weekend. All right, let's get back into basketball. I'm about to add you just mad because your ass is old. And this is right up Shaq's alley. This one I just don't get. Actually, I want to play this one second. I want to play the Rudy Gobert one first. Because I want to play the LeBron one second. Because I really never understand what they be talking about when they talk about LeBron. Like, I just don't know. And I think I understand what triggered Shaq to say this. But nonetheless, so Shaquille O'Neal is on his podcast, the big podcast, with some other white guy, because you know how that goes. And he has these things to say about Rudy.
If I was 42, I'd be making Rudy Gobert money. 12 points and 8 rebounds, I could do it right now. And it's not a diss. It's a fact. Making 250. God damn. Averaging 12 points.
All right, that's where the hate starts. It's Rudy. You know, I don't think any of us are too mad at him hating on Rudy. Although he is wrong.
Yeah, he's just factually wrong.
Shaq was fat. Like I said, at the end of his career, he couldn't move. He couldn't move laterally if he was on one of those little things at the airport that takes you, from side to side. So, but he also goes on to say this about LeBron.
So I've heard players say, including myself, I feared Mike. I've heard players in your generation say they feared Kobe. I've never really heard any players say they fear LeBron.
And I got killed for that.
Why is that? You're not gonna get killed here. I'm just saying. When I first said that, people killed me for that. I'm with you. I didn't think players really feared LeBron like they did Jordan. I never heard anybody say it. And it's not that you shouldn't fear Bron. I just think at the end of the day, Bron has been through so much that he wanted to be liked. So it was kind of like, he's a nice guy. Yeah, I'm gonna do things now where like people like me, people respect. I mean, you're always gonna respect what he did, but you actually like Bron and want to be a fan of Bron now. So I think that's what that was. So I've heard players.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Or George, you never go first.
Sure.
I said this the last time it happened. And maybe Mario Chalmers has some insecurities, or these people have insecurities. Just the way that I feel. If I know that a friend of mine or ex-teammate of mine is in like a situation like LeBron James, I know the stuff that I could say being his former teammate could hold a lot of weight. I think it is part of your responsibility to not even entertain this bullshit. For real. If you care about, say you fucked with him, whatever the case may be. Now, maybe Bron has a voice to them that none of that shit really matters. Tell the story how you tell your story. And I'm not even saying they should glaze him up by like just telling lies. They don't even necessarily have to build up the mythology that is LeBron James. But don't entertain this Skip Bayless ass conversation with Shaquille O'Neal. Don't even do that. Especially when there's players out there like DeMar DeRozan that talked about Bron smacking his ass. Like Andre Iguodala talked about LeBron. Like Klay Thompson talked about LeBron. And I was a little bit after Mario Chalmers' time, but come on, bro. That shit is corny. And it is soft as fuck of a grown-ass man to say they feared another grown-ass man.
Hey, I think this is one of those things that kind of pushes the boundaries of how much are you gonna trust these player podcasts? Because we make the arguments of like when Allen Iverson said, you didn't have a left. I mean, how are you going to tell Allen Iverson he didn't have a left, right? So when it comes to these players talking about their experiences in the league and how the league was when they played, and you have multiple people also on the other side of it. I mean, I see what you're saying. Like players, like you can look up quotes like DeMar DeRozan, to aid one side of the argument, but you can also look at a lot of NBA players saying like they didn't really fear LeBron. So
I feel like when it comes to that conversation, it's weird with LeBron because it's people. Honestly, they do the same thing with Jordan, but it's people who are talking about their experience and what LeBron they experienced and what era of LeBron they experienced. That like if you look back at those Pistons teams, they're going to the grave saying they ain't give a fuck about Michael Jordan. Isaiah Thomas going to the grave. That nigga ain't beat me. Go to who? Who has he beat? Not mine. He ain't beat mine. You want to know why? Because the era of Mike he played, he dominated that Mike. He beat that Mike ass. Then it was after his time a little bit, at least what history will tell you, when Mike picked it up. And then, I mean, it wasn't his era no more. Like you said, Omar, you can look at players like DeMar, like Iguodala, like Clay, all who have LeBron experiences post Miami. And I mean, we can all sit there and look at LeBron's game and say there's definitely a difference between Miami Bron and post Miami Bron. Mentality wise, how he carried himself on the basketball court, how he managed the games, how he dictated teams, everything was different. So to Mario Chalmers, seeing a LeBron James that needed Dwayne Wade to take a back seat, needed Dwayne Wade to show him X, Y, and Z, had whatever issues he had with Pat Riley, you still going through these Celtic teams who, at the time, before Kevin Garnett became this big LeBron fan, nigga, Kevin Garnett, we fear that nigga. Fuck him for real. Like you had all the Celtics saying they weren't scared of LeBron. Like that was the LeBron they were talking about. But post that, when you have this other era they haven't experienced, these niggas was like, oh no, that's a. I wish we had like what DeMar say in that interview after he got bounced. Shit, we would have won if we had LeBron. You don't say that if you're not scared or mentally broken. Like, I'm sorry. I've never heard some shit like that before. Like, it's clear cut. Players will tell you how they feel about LeBron. But when you have a guy like Shaq and Mario Chalmers, two former LeBron teammates, at a time when LeBron wasn't the same LeBron he is now, I'm not surprised you get the results of people saying, oh, people weren't scared of him or had this to say about him, that to say about him. It just makes sense.
Say you're muted.
I'm definitely big muted. I always find it odd that LeBron's the odd man out in these conversations. And what I mean is, like, even if it's true or not, we don't have this conversation about Steph Curry, Tim Duncan, Bird or Magic. Kobe and Jordan obviously are synonymous, so apparently we fear them. But with LeBron James, a clear-cut top 3 player of all time, for most people, the greatest player of all time. Well, no, second greatest player of all time. And for a lot of the new generation, the greatest player of all time. It's odd that this is the main conversation about him. That's one. 2, I mean, I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. What do you mean? So are you talking about him not, like, no fear of losing to him? Because, I mean, are you talking from the perspective of the one team that was able to give him fits? Or are you talking from the perspective of the guy that you were on his team and you probably are the reason, and he's probably the reason that you got past a bunch of teams that you just never in your life could get past if you were in his shoes? So I'm confused there. And if we're talking a physical intimidation thing, I've always been surprised that a 6'6", 215, 220 guy is scarier to niggas than the 6'9", 240, 50, 60 guy. That just logically doesn't connect with me. So I'm just like, okay, what are we talking about fear? I hope it's not the physicality. So now we're talking about in terms of should players be fearing him? The answer is yes. What are we talking about? If you went into practice like we got LeBron next week, oh yeah, off week. We got LeBron next week. Oh, it don't matter. Okay, I don't believe you. I'm 90% sure that y'all were practicing extra. Y'all read a bit more film. Y'all knew who the fuck to foul and not to foul. Y'all were conscious of a lot more things when you played a LeBron team, especially when LeBron had a good team than when he did not. I am confident on that. JJ Redick has come. You talk about endless players that talked about being fearful of LeBron James. JJ Redick is one of those people as well. Just came out there and talked about it. So ultimately, at the end of the day, it's just some weird dick suck that's going around lately. But then again, LeBron is the guy that challenging Jordan. And the next, you know how that shit goes. So
I guess, I don't know. I agree with a lot of what y'all saying. I just think it just depends on what you mean by like. So when they say, "Oh, Kobe struck fear into people," I would love to hear how they would describe that and why that wouldn't apply to LeBron, because I feel like it's an all or nothing thing, right? So like the way players feared LeBron, I feel like it would also apply to MJ or Kobe. But the ways they didn't fear LeBron James, I also think that would apply to Kobe and MJ as well. I don't know.
I don't think that's true, because the guys that played Kobe that will tell you these stories about how much he feared the Rashard McCants of the world, they would tell you how much Kobe is feared. But you got to remember what LeBron James they played against and what they're referencing. I will point it to how Gilbert talks about Michael Jordan. Gilbert Arenas talks about Michael Jordan because the Michael Jordan that he played against was Wizards Jordan, and he busts his ass. So to him, I think nobody worry about Mike. I give my buckets. Like he talks about him that way because that's who he played. The guys that talk about being scared of Kobe and not being scared of Bron, those would be the same people who witnessed Kobe put up 81 or had to worry about Kobe putting up 30 shots. And if it's the last shot needed, Kobe gonna take it. And it was the same. That was the same years you would play LeBron James and just let that nigga shoot. Oh, he can't shoot. We're gonna step back. He's a pup. He's a young guy. So that typically the guys who are gonna say that are the guys that experience a certain Kobe versus a certain LeBron.
go ahead.
I was gonna say the only thing that I have to say to that though is like I've heard people play Wizards Michael Jordan and say the same things. So I really don't get it.
Yeah, for me, it's like that would sound good, and maybe it's because LeBron's played in the NBA for so fucking long, but that sound good. But for me, it's like I want to say Gilbert's more of a like. How many people are still saying about Jordan, despite the fact that they like played against maybe Wizards Jordan? You know, like I don't think everybody that dropped off Wizards Jordan is still saying, "Oh yeah, man, nobody fear that nigga." But like with LeBron, for some reason, everybody just has this story time of how we didn't care about LeBron James or being scary of LeBron. And then when Bezos brought up Kobe's my guy. But unless we're just going to argue shit talk is scary, which it might be, I guess. But I would just question the mental fragility of the NBA at that point. But LeBron maybe doesn't talk as much trash openly and popularly as Kobe, because Kobe was on some pretty bad teams, especially during the best years of his career. He was on some pretty bad teams. So you weren't afraid of Kobe beating you. So what, was you afraid of him like dropping your team off? I would then ask, hey, you afraid LeBron's not going to drop you off? So I don't know. I don't know. Like the highest scoring guy in history might not give me a bucket today. It's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like it's a respect thing. I feel like a lot of these NBA players, whatever it is, they would perceive fear as a sign of respect or don't know how to dictate that, or to them by saying, "Oh no, I was scared matching up with this nigga on a night-night basis." That was a sign of respect from them in their point of view. Like saying, "Hey man, yeah, I did fear going up against Mike on any given night," was their way of showing Mike respect. And because I didn't fear LeBron, because I don't respect LeBron, I ain't never feared LeBron. They can worry about LeBron beating them. They can understand, he has the most points in NBA history. Oh yeah, but I'm not scared of that nigga. I'm not worried about him because they don't respect him.
I just think fear is a very extreme word. In this
yeah, maybe it's like how
I
view
fear
praise.
him.
Maybe that's what it is. The new generation lingo has maybe changed. Maybe that's the only thing, because y'all know how I feel about the word praise a player. I ain't gonna lie. When someone goes off, especially when I was only making NBA content and motherfuckers would comment under my shit, praise Russell Westbrook, praise Anthony Edwards. Who the fuck praise? This nigga ain't God. What are you talking about? So maybe that's what it is in terms of the word fear for these guys. But then it just comes off so fucking disrespectful still. So I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if for all three of them, like a lot of players, like, oh shit, I gotta I gotta play Jordan on this Tuesday. Wow. Same thing with LeBron, same thing with Kobe,
but mind you,
that applies to all of them.
I think that it applies to so many players because if you're and they talk about it too, where it's like, oh, okay, well, you don't go out that night. KG and Paul Pierce talk about it too. And again, shouts out to them because they are just proven to be better than a lot of these guys. And when as far as keeping it real at their age, yo, we might go to Washington and Washington, I'm going out that night. But when I go play, and sometimes they don't even be the biggest names. And I'm not saying KG said this, but you know, when we go to Dallas, I'm going to sleep. When I go play Carlos Boozer, I'm going to sleep early. Or you know, Joakim Noah, I'm going to sleep early. If I go to San Antonio, we're going to sleep early. But when I go to
there was a name he mentioned specifically too that I seen.
Yeah, but if I go to Orlando,
he had a mean crossover, and y'all don't even know about him. But man, I didn't want to guard that dude. Like that was a specific quote that he said.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I just the whole concept. I mean, even Damo is somebody who's played basketball, and this is just, you know, even on some recreational or you know, some team level, whatever the level is, you know that there's guys that for whatever reason you just can't do nothing with. Like you just busting ass. Or he's just busting your ass for whatever reason it is, and you just don't like guarding him. Maybe he do too much. So he's busting your ass. And that goes along with the guys that are definitely stars. So again, what stops you, and not to say to get into it, what stops you from saying that about this guy? And then even I saw B-Souls the other day, like, yo, DeMar DeRozan be busting people ass. Kevin Durant definitely be busting people ass. What is it? I know the new age ain't gonna say Luka. I fear Luka. Like that's
yeah. Like I think it's the word, honestly, just growing into the new generation. And maybe Unks was using crazy lingo, because I ain't gonna lie. Again, praise and fear are crazy, but yeah, maybe that's what it's just become. Maybe that's what it is, honestly, because you're right. Jokic could win five in a row. I ain't gonna lie. For my team, I am afraid of that nigga. But obviously, I don't think LeBron and AD are in the locker room talking about, yo, I'm afraid of Nikola Jokic, bro. They're just like, oh, shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, fuck.
To the other devil's advocate take, I guess, I did see Paul Pierce talking about how one of the first times he met Michael Jordan, that motherfucker looked like he was glowing for real. There was... And KG was backing him up too. And KG was backing him. Like I'm talking about, oh my God, he entered the room and he was just glowing. Like he had this aura around him. Like he had some nen, bro. Like, I don't know. Maybe because Jordan is just that different.
I honestly think it's just because he's the guy at that point. You were told that he's a legend. You have been built up since a kid to hear that, yo, this is the GOAT, this is the greatest player. You wearing the shoes, all that shit like that. It's like if you were an Omni Drake fan and then you're walking to the mall and Drake's there, you might be like, oh, type shit. So like the nigga might be glowing to you, and the whole time that nigga ain't put lotion on. So like it might just be some shit like that, bro. It might be.
I think young players would also look at Kobe like that too, and LeBron for the more younger generation.
I can attest. When he is that guy, he does glow.
Oh yeah.
Because when I met Tyler, I'm not gonna lie to you. My dad told me, you can get starstruck. No, I'm not. I'm gonna just say what's up. And they walked in the room. My dad. Oh yeah, this is my son right here. Oh, this is my son right here. Hi. Couldn't say nothing. It was glowing. T-Pain different. I walked up. I said, "What's up?" That was it. It was good, man. Type shit.
That was me with Semi Ojale chat. Hey,
come on, man.
Kanye had me like that, but it was for a split second. I'm not. Come on now. Shouts out to Amari.
Oh man, not again.
The male Amari, is that the boyfriend?
That's the boyfriend.
Amari.
Oh, that was a fun era. That was a fun era.
1999, just off the script. Okay. Shouts out to Reggie Reg. $5 says, should the NBA get rid of the gather step, carrying and double dribbling to aid in defensive changes? No.
Because that's not fire. Now carrying obviously needs to just be called harsher, but you're on the right path. There calls like that, rules like that need to be implemented for the defense to get aid, but gather step, nah, that's
getting rid of.
Yeah, I don't understand what is he saying. I don't understand what he
means. So
you
can carry more?
Like
you can double.
No. He's saying get rid of the gather step.
You saying like
no? He's saying get rid of the gather step, but then carrying and double dribbling to aid. And nah.
Yeah,
you niggas are terrible at grammar. Y'all niggas got terrible grammar.
Yeah, get rid of the gather step, carrying and double dribbling to aid. Well, carrying and double dribbling technically aren't allowed now. I guess call it more.
I mean, I guess what he's trying to say is how loose they are with the carrying. I don't know if they're loose with double dribbling. Yeah, I know what he's trying to say. He just sucks at English. But carrying is just not how it's called. And double dribbling, I mean, if it's not called, they just missed the call. It's not like they just have a new double dribble rule.
Tito El Bandito for 199 says, honestly, still better than 2000's live action.
Yeah, it's better than Evolution somehow.
And then Tito El Bandito again for 499 says, hey, back on YouTube, Sage, top 3 DBZ transformations.
Oh shit. Super Saiyan, iconic. Not only iconic, it looks fucking cool. We're just used to it. UI Omen, easily. Gangsta ass transformation. Fuck.
Isn't that
2 only? 2? Yeah, that's in Super. 2 is only cool for Gohan though.
Well,
3 is only cool for Goku.
Well,
4's design is like that. I'll say 4. I'll put 4 in there for now. I could hear 2 though. I'll put 4 in there.
Mon for 199 says music reviews, or are we keeping it b-ball? I think Damo might do a music review next, but
sure will. I review everybody's music, man. We streaming straight after this on Twitch.
Modest Pop for $5 says, Omar, what's your beef with Damo? I was trying to think of something this whole time too. I was trying to make some shit up. I don't know. I don't have one. I don't know.
He's on fire.
Modest Pop also became a member. Robert Penick for $5 says, y'all have come home. LOL. Twitch was cool, but YouTube is the vibe.
We're home, right? We're home.
I mean, how do y'all feel about the multi-stream, man? Y'all liking the multi-streams?
Is it harmless? Did any of you actually pissed off for some unknown reason? Y'all know
YouTube, Twitch, or other, you know?
I'm saying YouTube, Twitch, or other. Is there another platform you guys would be willing to?
Rumble? Kick? Facebook?
Twitter?
This is disgusting. So I want to do hot takes of the week, but I want to do a little twist on it. Shout out to the commenter. I couldn't. Got to bring his name up because he gave us this hot idea. Let's get to the hot takes of the week, and then we want to hear your hot takes of the week. You have to be in the Discord. We'll read them off, some of them, and we'll go from there.
That actually is fire. Who suggested that?
Sage, what's your hot take of the week, though? Yours personal hot take of the week.
1 second. Oh yeah, actually. Oh. All right. Well, unironically, someone brought up Dragon Ball earlier today. I'm not gonna lie. And I know you guys ain't exactly tapped in all the way. I'm not gonna let's keep it a Z up, but hey, I just think personally, you guys got the nostalgia glasses on a little too strong. As a person that has reread the fuck out of the manga, the fuck out of the original dub, and the fuck out of Kai, you niggas is kind of cap. I ain't gonna lie. So there's been news lately, and I'm struggling to find it in my bookmarks. 1 second. There we go. Boom. Found it. So there's been news right around share screen, please. Thank you, Twitter. Boom. So there's been news recently that after the passing of Toriyama, rest in peace, the GOAT, that they're going to have a marathon, but it's going to be in Kai. They're going to do it in Dragon Ball Z Kai. For those that don't know what Dragon Ball Z Kai is, it's essentially when they revamp the series from the original dub series. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared of seeing like a penis or anything, but but niggas are just like, man, why Kai, Falconer score, Kai sucked, all that other shit. I'm not gonna lie, it is minimal Googles, ladies and gentlemen. It is minimal Googles to see, dog, that is just nostalgia. I'm gonna stop while I go on and find other stuff, but it is literally night and day difference in the clips and how things are delivered, how lines are said, how pacing is. Kai is just better outside of, as someone in chat said, because he was in my stream when I said this, maybe the Boo arc specifically. And I have some clips ready to go. Y'all just tell me which one y'all think is better. I'm not going to tell you which one. Which clips? And they're very short clips. I guarantee you we won't get blicked for this. Unless I full screen it. Shit. Don't full screen.
Forget what you did to my best friend, Frieza. You took from him what no one has the right to take. Life.
All right, round 1. Gotta keep.
This is the next one?
Yeah, same clip.
And I refuse to take the death of my best friend sitting down. He was a good man. One of the bravest I've ever known. The fate this bastard dealt him was the last thing he deserved.
I have to stop it because we don't want to get blicked on YouTube. But which one would you say was better off rip?
2.
The first
2?
one.
1. 2. Okay, look, I forgot we're on YouTube, so I'm not going to keep playing clips. But yeah, that's basically, the second one was Kai. The first one was the OG thing. Last thing I'll say is y'all only like OG because of the music. And the music is nice. I will give you that.
I didn't know what Kai was, so I just watched Dragon Ball Z. I thought Kai was
the one that 90% of you probably ended up watching.
I thought that the first one was Kai. I thought Kai was the one that cut out the flashback, flubber, all that shit, and got straight to the blicking.
Okay, I had to cut the clip because I was like, it's going to last way too long. Because the OG clip is...
It's mad. Okay, so that's probably what it was. Okay, cool. Is that what started? Slight side tangent. Is that what started the comparison between the One Piece clip? I seen that shit on my timeline. They were comparing one where it was like essentially like the One Piece version of Kai versus regular One Piece.
Yeah. So now everybody's doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, now everybody's doing that. It's a main thing in the anime sphere. We'll talk about it on my stream later tonight, W promo. But yeah, obviously, outside of maybe the moments in the original, like even when Gohan turned Super Saiyan 2, when you watch it in the original, dog, that scene is very paced, and then the music keeps switching and shit like that. But y'all don't want to talk about it, man. I'll let y'all have your nostalgia. Go ahead.
What time you streaming? What time you streaming?
After the pod, actually. Well, probably like 1. You streaming after the pod, right?
Yes, I am.
We can all stream.
At 1 o'clock.
Oh,
This is crazy.
at 1 o'clock, actually. No. Trust me, I have an Audible made. You were good, bro. Go
Cool.
Samo, hot take of the week.
Gotcha. I had a couple things pulled up on my end, but let's get into the hot take. Boom. Let's do that. That's the screen. We're gonna share. All right, boom. My hot take of the week.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Super simple. Spider-Man 2 would have won Game of the Year if the dumb. Oh, I was gonna cuss. I didn't want to fuck up the clip. Spider-Man 2 would have won Game of the Year had these idiots put multiplayer in the game. That is my hot take. Everyone crying about Baldur's Gate actually winning. Yeah, you want to know why Baldur's Gate? I'm not even gonna say Baldur's Gate is winning. It's just a better game to me. But honestly, if they added a feature that would have added longevity to the game, like, I don't know, being able to play with your friends as other Spider-Men and women, the game would have been better, in my opinion. So it's real simple, real quick. Everyone's seen the leaks that came out. I'm not going to play the music because I don't know if I don't know how they get down on it, Sony. But that is simply my hot take. I'm not going to drown it out. Had they made Spider-Man 2 multiplayer like they were planning to do before it got chopped, this would have easily been Game of the Year. That's all.
If you don't want to drag it, I'll drag it because my hot take also had to do with Spider-Man 2. I have been vindicated. I have been vindicated for my viral short pre-Spider-Man 2 release. I told y'all were overhyped. Oh, you can switch characters now. You can go from Peter to Miles. It really wasn't all that. The gliding, shit was cool. It was cool. Got tired real quick. Okay, and now the woodworks are coming out. It was a rush product. Y'all wanted to be on BG3's penis just because you didn't play it. I'll be honest, I didn't play it as well, but I wasn't on BG3's dick because of it. Yeah. Good game. Great game. But yeah, y'all overhyped the fuck out of Spider-Man 2. And I've been vindicated, brother. Yes.
I'm gonna be honest.
He is watching too much sketch. This is crazy.
As a motherfucker that has actually played BG3, and as a motherfucker that has actually played and then seen someone replay maybe 10 times, because goddamn, Spider-Man.
And I was wrong again. Yeah, but go ahead.
Nah, BG3's winning that bitch again. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's the reason BG3 is so like dominant over Spider-Man right now. I'll say this, Damo, is definitely a better game. The reason why, I mean, Spider-Man with multiplayer is definitely a better game. The reason why BG3 is so replayable is because there's so many ways to, like, you know how every game has different options in story mode. Baldur's Gate 3 is literally like the most. You could be a fucking troll, menace to society, or a good Samaritan, and you get literally damn near infinite storylines. You maybe have to spend like 10,000 hours to see everything in Baldur's Gate. Like that's how diverse shit is. That's how diverse cutscenes can be. Builds matter, everything. Like one mistake, like you not talking to somebody in a sequential order changes everything about the game. Spider-Man, you're gonna go through the story start to finish. You're going to at some point fight Venom. You're going to at some point get the swoosh, and it is what it is. So I think that Spider-Man wasn't the one regardless of multiplayer, because at some point people might even argue the multiplayer gets stale. But Baldur's Gate was just never going to die because it's still going on. It's just on the Pogger side, and obviously we're more WL.
Okay. I don't really have a hot take of the week. Sorry. Nothing really hot came this week. But I do have a rant of the week. What made me be so late, forgive me, was I was at my local city town meeting. I know I'm getting really old, but the city town meeting that tells you what they're going to put in your town, you know, and what they're doing around the city or whatever. Go to those. It's hella interesting, especially when you're of the different generation. It's not going to take long. It's like once a month. It's just a very interesting place to see what your community is caring about, talking about. I had to press some B stars because I was like, why do we keep adding oil change places and tire places and storage places? Because I don't know why everybody's town is doing that. Now, I know the logistics behind some of that, but why do we keep adding those things? Who is asking for you to add another $5 oil change? Because there's already another one. So yeah, just go to those. It's hilarious. You'll figure out why things are done in your town, and you'll hear old people complain. I just find it to be the most interesting thing ever. Let's get into some of the chats, or some of the Discord members specifically. You got to be a member of the Discord in order to get into this conversation. Persian Fear says the TikTok ban is actually a good thing.
Oh, that's it. TikTok is actually a good thing. Yeah, legal. We talked about it earlier. The legal stuff, I have no idea if that's a good or bad thing. I'll be blunt. In terms of society, I mean, it's for domino of potentially being a good thing. I don't know if I'm gonna die on it being a good thing, because hey, man, ultimately, I'm a part of it. That shit was funny. This shit was funny, bro. So,
it would only have to be from like a pure entertainment, like as the consumer perspective, because everything else is kind of. I don't know. I think TikTok is important, man.
TikTok is good content. I don't know. Christian says Justin Timberlake is the white Michael Jackson.
What? Nah.
Who would be?
Yeah. First of all, it has to be a male, I'm assuming, right?
What you mean?
I don't think
he's talking about white Michael. He's talking about white Michael Jackson. So are we limiting it to just the guys?
There is no white Michael Jackson. We don't have to do this.
Also that, let's just be blunt. Also that, but yeah, if there's somebody, the greatest white guy,
Taylor Swift.
We don't have to do this. We don't.
But then Taylor Swift to Michael Jackson is such a
probably
again. You got to use it in context of the biggest white, because Michael Jackson is the hands down the greatest and biggest black artist.
You know
so
what?
To be that, you just have to be the biggest white artist. So that's all it is.
Elvis Presley probably.
You know what? Can we run my hot take jingle back, bro? I'm gonna have a more entertaining hot take. I promise you, man. Because this, I forgot. I wanted this hot take, forgot about it, and lost the bookmark. Yeah. Not only stop comparing people to Michael Jackson, but truly understand that this nigga is light years away from genuinely being the GOAT. Michael Jackson, I seen some video. Michael Jackson has a 30-year peak. Like, Michael Jackson genuinely has 30 years of just being that guy. I swear to fuck. Not only does he have 30 years of being that guy, I'm going to go as far as here. You really want a hot take? You really want to, all right, now you're going too far. That's why it's a hot take. I ain't going to lie. If it's a 20-song hit-for-hit battle, One nigga got Michael Jackson and maybe one other bonus song. And the other nigga got, hey, just pick 20 songs you think are better. I'm betting on the nigga with Michael Jackson. I'm betting on the nigga with Michael Jackson. You can have whatever songs you want. Pick 20 songs. Michael Jackson, I'm guarantee you your aux doesn't beat MJ. It is so crazy. That nigga is by far the fucking GOAT, bro. I gotta stop.
Can I just say with the Michael Jackson comparisons? I mean, go ahead. Oh, my fault.
We don't have to get into this. I promise you, we don't. There's a lot more to read. And D-Soul is right about
Kanye.
Elvis.
Oh,
we
don't y'all have me start dunking on Kanye because Kanye's a legend, just a little crazy. But oh man,
wait, what about what?
No, you're right about Elvis.
Wow.
This is from Najee. An adaptation doesn't have to be one-to-one retelling. If you want to watch the original series, then go watch the original series.
I kind of agree. It's kind of like when motherfuckers expect NBA Live and just when they're playing NBA Live and just comparing every single thing to 2K. At that point, bro, just play 2K. You know, like you're going to NBA Live for a different experience. Not to say that it's the better game, but you know, I get where that take is coming from.
DT, and this one's really interesting. DT says streaming is a dying platform.
Dying platform?
Nah, you had to prove it that it's dying.
You talking about Disney Plus and Netflix, or you talking about like
Twitch? What is he talking about? Twitch or Disney Plus?
He's talking about Twitch and stuff like that. I'd see it now. Too many oversaturated or too much oversaturated with average ass people.
Nah, that's one of them takes that sound good, but I can't ignore like every time I go on fucking Twitter, it's some streamer news, some streamer going crazy every fucking week. Remind you, I'm still taking my notes on what Twitter tells me is uncool. I'm dropping it on April 1st. Half of them are just some random discourse from Kai. I can't say that streaming is dying right now, especially when artists are starting to get into it. No.
You have the point to the numbers. I mean, it's just simple. You have to point to me the numbers to show that prove that streaming is a dying form of content. Because he said streaming is a dying platform. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Twitch, YouTube streaming, Facebook streaming. What we talking? But you have to point to me the numbers saying that streamers aren't doing statistically as well as they were 3 years ago, or wherever the time is.
Oversaturation literally means there's too much of it, and there's not too much of it because it's dying. So it's kind of like a
that's a weird.
that's a weird thing to bring up. And also, I said this on my stream, like when a young person wants to be a content creator, that meant something different like 5-7 years ago, right? Like 5-7 years ago, I want to be a content creator. That's synonymous with YouTube. Now, if I want to be a content creator, I would even argue that's the most synonymous with streamers specifically than any other thing. More than a YouTuber, more than a
I was just about to disagree with you.
TikTok would give it a run for its money, but yeah, it's between being a TikToker and being a streamer now. Being a YouTuber is like third place. I ain't gonna lie. Being a Snapchatter is coming up there. Okay.
I was like, low-key fourth place because I feel like OnlyFans, in the terms content creator, stretch of time, OnlyFans models calling themselves content creators, that shit was more synonymous with them than YouTubers.
I would, and if it compares to YouTube, that's fine. The only thing I would say is once you get to a certain age, that's when OnlyFans enters the conversation. I would say TikTokers, there's a certain demographic of people that watch streamers, and that doesn't fully encompass the whole thing. I think everybody can recognize being a TikToker just because of the shareability and how much content it is. So I probably said that. I don't disagree with him though. He said the oversaturation is killing Twitch/YouTube streaming. Yeah, no, I think that especially when we see people gear their content more and get better at doing it, it's going to take away a lot of audiences. So that middle class of streamers is going to not cease to exist, but it's going to be harder to get into that middle class. You're either going to be on the lower tier or you're going to be on the upper tier. And then it's just going to be, a bunch of, tough people. And then some of these people are just getting banned off these different platforms. Neon got banned.
Fucking finally.
That was crazy.
Yeah, fucking finally, bro. I was wondering what was going to take that little nigga off of there.
Mikey Two Fly, and I'll read a couple more, or Mickey Two Fly says, doing a 9 to 5 when that isn't your dream and you're unhappy is wasting your life. I see too many people constantly mad at life because they're stuck in a daily loop they never wanted for their life and barely passing by whilst no free time. I want
go ahead.
This might be my hot take. Everything that I've known about 9 to 5 and all the stuff that they be saying is a lie. The problem with a lot of these 9 to 5 people and 9 to 5 cultures is that they just don't have an outlet. Like they legitimately just do not have an outlet. But people don't have an outlet. I was watching Agents, or it was a clip from Agent's stream the other day where they asked him about peer-to-peer and they asked him about playback. And he was like, I was literally just creating too much. I was just cutting on camera after camera after camera. And he said he's thankful for where it got him because the 2, 3, 4 years of him just on camera made him able to be where he is today, where he can say, fuck it, I'm only doing this thing. But he was like, I get to call my mom more. I get to relax more. I get to exercise more. I get to just chill more. I get to enjoy me working so hard for as long as I have. And then this is also another one. I feel like opinions on 9 to 5s are from people that don't have one. That is also very true. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. And I just got into it, so these are my early observations. All that pressure and shit, and giving my life to the job and shit. Yeah, I tweet out damn near every Friday when I close my laptop. That shit don't exist. I have an outlet. And this is just one of them. I have multiple outlets. I think I'm fine.
I mean, for some people, they just view a job as just a utility. Just it's a means to an end. I don't know if that's the right saying, but I feel like you would only have that take if your life revolved around your job. Like at the end of the day, there's more to life than just your job. The only reason you would say that is if your job just consumes you. So I don't know.
I feel like I agree to a very, very certain extent. I feel like I only agree if these are the people who, and this applies honestly to an older generation because motherfuckers our age and younger, because social media is so easily accessible and shit like that, niggas are getting opportunities to try to fulfill their dream or hobby or passion, whatever it is, in their free time. But for like my mom specifically, that age group, my parents, our parents, there was a generation of people who genuinely did not have the freedom, depending on what choices they made or what life events happened. They didn't have the choice to have a chance to follow their passion. So I feel like I would agree. If you're a person who worked your whole life with a 9 to 5 and you never attempted to chase that dream, now barring the situation, but you never attempted to chase that passion, chase that dream, and you're getting on motherfuckers that are trying to stream, trying to do content, whatever it is like that, and you got some shit to say, then I'd be like, all right, you niggas just miserable. But that's really it. Other than that, I can't get with it.
Yeah, that's just try 9 to 5 with it. Let me read another one. This is crazy. Some of the black community will/can never be saved.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know what y'all
mean,
want from me on that.
I would agree. I'm going to say I would agree because what the fuck do you mean save? What is saving the community? And everyone's definition of saving is different. Everybody has different opinions and views on what should be done. So, I mean, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to save, my nigga?
Yeah, honestly, retweet. Yeah, what are you implying?
Last two. This is from Marcy. There is literally no reason why so many regular ass people are intolerant and not willing to listen to other people's perspectives. Your life isn't a podcast. Your life isn't a podcast, and your relationships aren't content. You don't need to create conflict just to thicken the plot. So stop being so fucking obtuse and listen to people. Better yourself, nigga.
I agree. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people lack basic comprehension skills. We're just I don't know, like media literacy and all of that. So
I mean, yeah, we have a era of motherfuckers that was raised on social media. An era of people who subconsciously grew this need to be heard and never listen. This scroll culture, this I need a like culture. Like, I mean,
respond just to respond.
Like, yeah, respond just to respond. Niggas are seeking out arguments. Like, niggas are just waking up every day to find something to argue about on Twitter or to talk about what's the new talking head on Twitter today, this month, what's it gonna be, that type shit. Like, I mean, I agree. It's just I don't know what niggas expect.
Last one. This is from Damien. Sex work is just as bad as drug dealing. I disagree.
Yeah, I think while drugs can just destroy people. So nah. But obviously, like sex work is like, you know, not good either. Well, in terms of like selling your body, what do you mean? What do you mean?
OnlyFans. OnlyFans.
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah. What actually? What do you mean?
OnlyFans daughter or drug dealer son?
Yeah, like OnlyFans and drug dealing. Is that the?
I think
drug dealing's worse. Drug dealing's worse.
I think you mean sex work in general. I agree. Honestly, it is just as I feel like it's just as bad, in my opinion.
Yeah, I had to. My bad. I had to collect my thoughts. I'm multitasking. Yeah, in terms of drug dealing's worse. Yeah.
Drug dealing is way worse. I don't even understand like how this thing
that's depending on the drug that you.
Because it's like if you're dealing drugs to somebody, you're dealing drugs to somebody. One of two things is going on. Either that person is either has an unhealthy addiction to something they're not supposed to be addicted to, because you know how you find that, or that's a very risky way to get by. That's a dangerous game to play. So either way, compared to just sex work, especially if it's not just straight up on the corner shit, we talking OF and stuff. It's way worse.
And again, I mean, if you want to just say sex work as a broad sense, then yeah, let's look at the shallow end of selling feet pics and say, yeah, that's not as bad as selling drugs. But if we look at the deeper ends of sex work, that shit could be harmful to the person itself. If we're talking about
to a degree, trafficking and stuff.
I'm gonna say if we're talking about the sex traffickers, if we're talking about hub stars, the whatever shit you got going on mentally after years and consecutive use of doing that shit, prostitution, that's a dangerous life itself. So I mean, yes.
What's the shallow end of drug dealing?
The shallow selling weed. Technically, that's shallow.
Niggas will knock you off for that shit.
To me, selling weed, that's fine, cool. I mean, I'm not saying it's cool to get robbed, but in terms of all the levels of selling drugs, that would be the shallow end.
So the shallow end is selling weed, still getting people addicted, still affecting the community at large, as opposed to like the shallow end of sex work. We'll just say
which is selling feet pics, which is still adding to the porn addiction to other people, because that's still considered a sexual addiction thing. So you're encouraging people to porn.
It feeds into people's porn addiction.
Yeah, it's a fetish that feeds into people's addiction.
It feeds into people's porn. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, so you're supplying porn addicts just like you're supplying drug addicts.
Someone said pharmacist is the shallow end for drug dealing. Head ass.
Head ass. We need our doctors.
Actually,
we need our doctors.
There's no way I'm reaching. I'm saying again, if we're on the shallow end, I mean, I'm not though. If it's somebody that's addicted to porn and it's so far that they're out here paying for fucking feet pics, you're doing nothing but feeding that addiction. How is that reaching? That's literally what you're doing.
You're
just like you can't say everybody. So you're not reaching by saying everybody that buys weed is addicted to weed. That's not reaching.
You don't think a weed addiction is more dangerous than a porn addiction?
I think any addiction is bad. I mean, I don't know. We're weighing evil.
But I'm just saying, if you get addicted to porn, it is still gonna be free at the end of the day. I'm not gonna lie. Weed gets expensive.
And even with that being said, and I know somebody the weed heads will get me at it in a second after I say this. No matter what you say, once you smoke, there's a chemical reaction that goes off. But once you receive a foot pick, there's no chemical reaction that's going off.
You have a porn addiction? You know that?
Oh my god!
You know how porn addiction works?
I didn't even say anybody had to be addicted. You just said. Why are you assuming that all people that smoke weed are addicted to weed? And I'll give it to you. That's fine. First time you smoke weed, though, a chemical reaction will go off in your brain. But when you,
when you watch porn and nut, is that not a chemical reaction?
Not even watch porn and nut. When you look at a foot, there's not going to be this chemical reaction that goes off the same.
If it's your fetish.
If you have
and I see a nigga talking about dopamine, that's not what I'm talking about.
But if you are diagnosed, I mean, what you call it, people that are legit diagnosed as sex addicts, like they have the sexual.
We're not talking about addicts though. We're not talking about addicts. We're just talking about first time users.
First time users. So okay, I guess.
Did anybody else have anything else?
Interesting argument. Yeah, I'm about to say that's an interesting one. If we're not doing Q&A, I'll say
no. We are gonna do Q&A just a little bit.
Okay, we're doing Q&A. I guess the I guess just a random tangent, not really like a hot take or anything like that. But I remember a while ago, we were talking about. Damn, I'm running up the nerd topics today. I remember a while ago we were talking about, is anybody in WWE going to be the next John Cena? Niggas are pushing that Roman button. Just to update y'all on that, as people that don't watch it, they are really trying to push that Roman Reigns as the guy now, because he got played at the Lakers game, he got played at the FIFA game. That nigga's been on First Take or anything like that. So people are trying to say that he's getting to Cena level in terms of like clout and in terms of all that shit. Just want to hear your thoughts on do y'all think that has changed? Because obviously you guys were definitely on like a fuck no status. Just wanted to see if y'all was on that time yet.
Let me tell you something, right? Goddamn now. I know when it comes to these basketball and other sport conversations, I'm for the new generation. And hey, man, you got to give flowers to the new generation. Stop gatekeeping. Stop shitting on the new product. Let me tell you something right motherfucking now. That long-haired nigga won't ever, and I mean ever, touch the peaks of my nigga John Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold, the real fucking GOAT. You hear me? You fucktards that watch wrestling now? All you niggas is getting high. Oh, wrestling's back. They saved the brand. Hunter saved the brand. Fuck out of here. That nigga won't ever be that big. Talking about the biggest John Cena. Oh, fuck. What this?
But yeah, that's all I had. I just wanted to bring that up to see what chat thought, to be honest. I know the chat likes WWE.
It's the new you can't see me.
Hey, that's what they're saying. They're saying acknowledge me as Loki up there. The TikToks of 3-2-1 Roman wins still. They said that he has a lot of shit trending for him.
Now, Sage, what if I told you there was a certain Madden player that has already coined that pose better than he has?
I don't know if he did it better, man. We'll see.
What are you talking about? This? Sketch
yes.
Oh, niggas is saying sketch over Roman, man. Oh, y'all hell, bro. Y'all hell.
Like this, we
yes, sir, brother.
Yeah, Q&A time. I just wanted to bring it up.
Man. This is your opportunity. Bezos, Dama, you got anything else while we drop this Q&A link?
Nah.
Oh, no, I want to hear from the people, man. I miss my YouTube people.
Yeah. I just know Chad been asking me on WWE shit in a while.
It's funny as shit.
I say this. He got quality though, as a person that tubes in every PLE and shit. He got quality. It's just he ain't got the clout. Come on now, y'all. Not C Nation yet, at least. That nigga, man. And that nigga was Mr. Make-A-Wish at some point.
Let me bring up these other ones. Tito El Bandito says for $199, WWE Mount Rushmore.
Oh shit. Fuck it. Everybody pick one. Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, my first. Okay, John Cena.
Well, Bezos. Fuck it. Everybody get one.
Batista.
Oh, now you're switching to Batista. Okay.
Shout out to the black guys, man. Booker T.
All right. Well, fuck. Y'all put me in a fucked up position. I don't even know too much ball, but you can't not have Stone Cold on there. So, but shout out Shawn Michaels. That's who. This is my favorite.
Stone Cold as well.
He's on
Truly
fire.
Tay for $19.99. Also, Super is Fairy Tale with a Dragon Ball skin on it. UI is a lazy ass transformation. God Red and Blue is a lazy color swap. And they made Vegeta a bitch.
First one, I don't watch Fairy Tale, but I've actually watched Fairy Tale. It's the first anime I had to stop watching because shit just happens for the sake of that. Outside of animes, y'all, my pet peeve, if y'all ever try to put me onto a show, dog, don't recommend me a show if shit just happens just because vibes. Please, I hate that shit. So I disagree there, but Super is pretty much for selling toys. UI's lazy. That's just, I guess you're just getting your shit off because that's just objectively wrong. God Red and Blue. Blue, I hear you. God, no. And Vegeta's a bitch. I mean, Vegeta doesn't win in the original, so what are you talking about?
Do people not like Super?
Super's not that good, though. So, because Super is 2 movie retellings, an arc that really is irrelevant, an arc that is really, like, all over the fucking place, and then the Tournament of Power is okay.
Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna keep anime as one of those things I'm gonna just stay away from reviews for.
Oh no! Once you start, bro, you gotta be well, actually, and or just talk about this.
Music.
Truly Tay. He's on fire. Oh, and it definitely needs to be music. I ain't gonna lie.
Music and movies.
Yeah,
I never watch Cinema Sins, like those type of channels, bro. It's just gonna ruin some of the experiences for me, man.
Yeah. My recommendation for like any nigga that's just like, I'm trying to get you into anime. One, I look, especially when you're talking to a woman, but we already had that conversation. Dog, just let the nigga rock, bro. Just recommend some shit. Like if it's cool looking, talk about the cool shit. If that nigga wants to look into stories and shit, go for it, bro.
Truly Tay for 1999 says, in a vacuum, Kai is marginally better. But having seen both, Z slaps. Part of it is the Bruce score. But some of the actors as well. In Kai, Gohan sounds like a bitch, and Frieza sounds like an annoying Brit. This is the same Truly Tay. He really feels.
Yeah. He just don't like nothing new. Cause Frieza in the new one, I never heard that one. Gohan is debated one, and then OG Dragon Ball, the voice acting is fucking awful sometimes.
I thought Frieza was a girl for the longest. I can't lie.
Frieza sounds girly in all of them by that logic at that point.
Tito El Bandito.
And that's why, because it just makes sense. It just makes sense.
For $4.99 says, shout out to Damo for having the wildest hot take in LKIB history on September 11th. Only real ones remember LMAO. Dang. YouTube.
I forgot who posted that clip. They started playing that shit on Player Choice. I was like, hey, relax. Hey, calm it down. But
they played it on Player Choice.
They played that on Player Choice.
Darren Saints for $4.99. Who you taking? Prime Robert Packer, Prime come on now, Mahmoud Abdul Rauf
in 2K.
I'm taking Abdul in 2K. In real life.
Oh, y'all tripping. I'm taking in 2K13 Robert Pack. Automatic bucket, bro. My team. God. Yeah.
Abdul got the handle, boy.
Give me Chris Jackson, please. Chris Jackson.
Justin Henderson for $1.99 says, keep it this way. It's way more accessible.
It's an app.
Okay. Amari for $19.99.
Donations, gifts,
says, hold on, let me re-up.
Type shit. Appreciate the 20. By the way, Trey Sama, even though you had some bullshit takes, appreciate the 40.
Brian Holiday for $4.99.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I'm just going through them. Also, teams with the highest points total outside of the top 8 seeds for each conference set the draft order. Oh, wait, my bad. There's one before this.
Okay.
He's on fire.
Brian Holiday for $9.99 says, what do you think about a soccer style point? Stop.
Do that shit for hockey too, right?
System for the regular seeding. 3 points for a win, 2 points for a win in overtime, 1 point
they do
for a
that shit
loss
for
in
hockey.
overtime, 0 points for a loss. And then he also says, teams with the highest points total outside of the top 8 seed for each conference set the draft order.
Nah.
I like it.
Let's go back to the rest of them. Josh X Hunto for $4.99 off the strength. Shouts out to you. Appreciate that, Josh. Chisel Adonis' burner for $1.99 says YouTube comeback for the one time.
No Chisel to follow me back on Twitter. Nigga follows me on Instagram, but not Twitter. The fuck?
And Truly Tay for $9.99 says,
I'll tell you, really going crazy. I called him
like
earlier.
new shit. JJK already better than all of One Piece.
As a nigga that's watching both, no, JJK's fantastic. But yeah,
episode 5.
But obviously he's hot take fishing at this point. He's trigger now.
Clothing.
Yeah. Frieza having a bad voice actor. Something's better than One Piece now. Yeah, he's just trying.
That nigga at work.
DT, how you doing today, my brother?
What up, brother?
What's good?
I just wanted to go back to my hot take about streaming being a dying method of, I say a dying platform, but you know what I meant. And you said I cannot provide evidence that 3 years ago that streaming was dying. Like, come on, bro. During the COVID boom, of course, like everybody's at home watching streaming. Now, people going back to work, people going back into stores and whatnot. Like, streaming is going down. I just don't think there's, like Omar said, like the middle class of streamers is dying. I don't think there's gonna be like any more streamer millionaires, like niggas like blowing up off that shit no more. That's just
any more from this point forward. From this point forward, no more streamer millionaires.
That's a little hyperbolic.
Yeah, that's nasty because niggas blew up post COVID. Kai blew up post COVID. Kai wasn't fresh off of COVID. A guy that blew up. Kai blew up like a couple years after. No, well, to be the number one guy, he blew up 21.
To be the number one guy is different, but no, he was. Numbers went up.
But I thought he said the middle class was dying, not the top end, because the top end definitely ain't dying. But because Queso, Jinxie, and Sketch have been blowing the fuck up over the last.
I believe the middle class is dying.
I would just say his point on everybody's going back to work, so not that many people are tapping in.
Oh yeah, that ain't it.
I mean, nigga, you at work right now, tapped in. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
A lot of people are
consumers
still
always
tapping
gonna
into screens at work. I don't think going back
the
to work
idea that the numbers on like movies and shit just drop because hey, got a clock now. They're gonna sell.
Niggas ain't home.
Streamer middle class though.
I can't listen to a Drake album because I got work now.
It depends on what you probably define as middle class. But who were the streamers that
and
were
the community?
I guess in the hundreds, kind of like where we were, the hundreds to below 10,000. I guess 10,000.
So like
and you're saying there's less of those now than back then?
Yeah, I disagree with that too. I don't know.
I would disagree. I don't know. It depends. One, you have to tell me what you're pointing at, like what community you're pointing at, because if you look, it'll be hard for me to believe you saying that. Oh yeah, the middle class for COD streamers is significantly smaller, or is a smaller pool compared to the pandemic. You have to show me the numbers because I don't think that's true.
He's saying he's not saying dead. He's saying dying. So going forth, type B.
I mean, everybody gonna say that about
same thing. I always have the same answer. Like you have to show me that the middle class for games like COD. I mean, you can say 2K, I guess, but
you don't got the stats, nigga. Let him get it on.
Damn.
First of all, mute us in the background. Mute us on the TV.
You're just. I think you're good.
I think you good now.
I think you just have an echo.
Fine. Yeah, no, I didn't have y'all on my TV. I'm on my phone right now. It's good. I came up here to say, Omar, you was tweaking a little bit with that whole OnlyFans versus drug dealer situation.
You're addicted to weed, aren't you?
Just a tad bit. I won't even lie. But I will say, when it comes to drug dealers and shit, like, yeah, the soft end of that, like Damo said, was you got niggas who just sell weed and shit, and you got crack addicts. Like, not a soft end. Damn, I'm tweaking right now. But
pause. Yeah, too. That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
On the soft end, you got drug dealers who sell weed and all that shit, and on the hard end, you got on the hard end, you got fucking crack addicts and all that extra shit. Just like with on the OnlyFans side, on the soft end, you got fucking niggas who sell feet. Why y'all laughing at me like this? I know I'm nervous. Y'all ain't got to do me like that.
No, he's not. You are. Let me say this.
Soft end is crazy. I've never heard soft end, bro.
let me say this though. I think what I was saying though is like, if there ever was and I'm pretty sure people might call it that, but the sex work pandemic or epidemic is much different than the impacts of like the crack epidemic and how it trickled down and affected so much as opposed to whatever so I think that those are like the biggest case studies. I think the case study of the even the opioid epidemic or epidemic that's going on right now in the crack epidemic in the 80s and stuff like that, the trickle down from all that, oh my God, that's crazy. Sex work can be bad, but
and I get what you're getting at. My thing is with the sex work side of things, you got like the soft, you got the normal niggas who are, sorry, my bad, almost said the wrong shit again. Don't clown me. Don't. But you got the regular niggas who will go in there once like every 2 or 3 months, once every like 6 years, whatever. And then you got the weirdos who are in they shit every day, all day, every comment up under they shit, trying to stalk them and shit. Like, it's weird. It's just strange. It's beyond strange. And I get that compared to drug dealing and selling crack and all that opioid shit that's all that opioid stuff that you was talking about. My bad. I ain't got no real elegant way of speaking. But them niggas, like them weird niggas who be up under like normal women shit, trying to get at them and like not get at them, but like trying to talk to them even though they look like Schmiegel's left nut. Like them niggas is strange as shit.
Damn, so they can't holler at women because they unattractive?
No, it's not that. It's just the way they be doing it just doesn't sit right.
With you?
No, with women. I won't even get into that because it's gonna make me sound.
You be doing
what?
You be doing the feet finder. I get you.
No, I don't. Stop that.
I'm saying you sell the feet pics. You sell the feet pics.
I do not.
He's the guy that be chatting on OnlyFans.
Yeah,
It's him.
Cap. I don't even.
You're
have
not talking to
OnlyFans.
Ruby. You're talking to this nigga right here.
Nah, that's cap. I don't even have one. Nah. Don't even have OnlyFans. Don't get paid for that shit.
I hear you. Again, I would just argue that whatever the sex work epidemic is, if you compare that to like crack epidemic, which is probably like on a bigger scale in America for what the ramifications are for it. I don't even think it compares.
And that's fair. That's fair. Well, I also, before you kick me off, I wanted to say I love to see you guys is back. I've always enjoyed y'all shit.
Yo,
don't do that. Don't do that.
Back.
Yo, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Pause. If y'all would have take that weird pause.
Yo,
what?
All right, you doing world numbers.
Take that how?
You want on soft side so bad, bro.
Not that I'm one of these AO niggas, but nah, you can't like. Once you are established AO, bro, you gotta stop, bro. He kept going like he literally was like back to back to back.
That nigga said, "It's good to see you guys is back. I enjoy y'all shit."
Yeah, don't take it weird.
Don't take it weird. What is he talking about?
That's a 3-peat if I've ever heard one.
Wild. 2 more. How you doing today?
Good, man. My bad if somebody already didn't ask y'all this question because I ain't been watching the pod in a while. But with the we done with the 90s combo, do y'all think that shit gonna be worse for like we done with the 2020s or the 2010s?
Worse? Nah, I don't think so.
I think it's gonna be equally as annoying.
Say it again. Oh, my
I would probably just hope that the generation that we're in can understand evolution just a little bit better than the previous generation. And then kind of with the LeBron shit, there's nobody mythologizing these players today. And there's also 4K footage. I think part of the problem is the phenomenon with we done with the 90s, like part of the funniest the most interesting things about it is like the revelation that like, oh shit, y'all didn't watch basketball pre-2016 because y'all would have known some of the things that you have gripes about. But what's crazy is y'all talk about basketball as if you watched pre-2016 basketball. But y'all, Jordan doesn't have a left. Look at garbage Charles Barkley. That's always been there. That the way that play style has always been. I remember my uncle telling me back in like elementary school, oh, Dominique didn't have no left hand. Like Dominique Wilkins didn't have no left hand. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. Go look at it. Dominique Wilkins, okay, he doesn't have a left hand. But so for the niggas that have just been having conversations about where Dominique Wilkins is, blah, 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 but all of a sudden we done with the 90s. It's like, okay, well, wait, I thought we watched some of this before to know where Dominique Wilkins would rank. Why are you now saying you done with the 90s?
Yeah. For me, similar story. One, it very much exposed that niggas weren't watching the 90s because you would have been known these things. There would have been no, hey, did he really put fear? You would have seen it. You would have known it. You wouldn't have to ask. You feel me? It wouldn't have to be only one telling you a story. That's one. Two, it also highlights that, hey, we have a hating ass culture in the NBA community. I've echoed it time and time again, so I'm not gonna make this take too long-winded, but yeah, it just really goes to show how much nothing makes anybody happy, and that greatness is becoming regulated as time moves on.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Yeah,
we done with you type shit. Last one, Ethan was. Oh damn, no, Ethan was here. How you doing?
Shit.
Yo, you're
hello.
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, never been up here before. So I did have a question.
Wait, turn to the side. Turn to the side real quick. Just let me to the side of you.
My head?
Yeah, the side of your head.
All right, here we go.
I can't see from that far. Your prescription is over 5?
Oh yeah, like 8, 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Glasses for real.
Yeah, I can see.
But I did have like it's kind of a lame question because I did have one when y'all was talking more about the NFL, but then I really thought about it and I was like, that don't make sense. But why is NBA Twitter like? Why is everything an argument? Why like? That's a lame question, but like, I'm more on like. Sorry, I'm nervous. I'm more on like NFL Twitter, but I've been like trying to tap into like NBA Twitter, and like, why is everything like an argument?
So for me, I'll concede as the nigga that's watching, that's doing the even anime shit. Arguing is just something that like people want to do. I'm not gonna cap. Like every now and then, hey man, let's see who I can piss off. Let's see if I can get my shit off, explain and take and why. People love debate and just hearing what other people think. People love validation. It's why nowadays motherfuckers is exposing DMs and shit. People like validation and people like to argue. The thing is, though, where it gets corny is when, as you say, everything is an argument. So, like, yo, Luka is a good scorer. No, he's not. Oh, I mean, I guess. Fuck, bro. How many good scorers exist to you? There's only one, and it's Michael Jordan. Like, okay, at some point, like the idea of hot takes slowly, as entertaining as they are, as shit, me and Souls are gonna keep doing them. As hell, I'm gonna keep doing them weekly. But over time, they're starting to become a thing of like, because they're not even hot takes anymore. At this point, it's just things like bait used to be believable. You know what I mean? It's kind of getting there. So I see where your frustration is, but I'm not gonna act like, and I'm gonna probably agree with Damo here. I'm not gonna act like it's something that I want gone. I don't want just everybody kumbayaing watching hoops. I'll admit that.
Right. Okay.
Very simple answer. First take, undisputed shows like that, it's their fault. The precursor to NBA Twitter was intaking information during shows like that, and what we seen was a constant thing was if there's a topic, there are two sides to the topic, and they're debating whether they're pro or con it, and niggas just took that and ran with it in NBA Twitter. Every basketball conversation ended up being a basketball debate between Skip and Stephen A. or whatever show it was. Therefore, every basketball conversation is essentially a debate. We never seen it to where people are just talking about basketball and everything is just, everybody's agreeing or we're all talking like-minded individuals. It's always been presented as a debate formula. Therefore, everyone takes it as, oh, we have to be debating something. Either you agree with me or you disagree with me. We can't agree to disagree. We can't all just simply agree halfway. It's either you see my point, I see your point. That's it. Like you see my point or I see your point. That's really it. There's no middle ground.
I think.
All right. Okay.
I think because of how popular the NBA is in America specifically, in combination with how global it is too, I think there's a stat out there that says like the NBA and basketball is the most monetizable form of sport or like genre of sport. So money plays into it too, compared to every other sport. Like NBA takes, NBA opinions are the most easily monetizable out of all of them. So yeah, when money get involved, shit get nasty.
Allen just got traded to the Bears. That's crazy.
Yo, the NFL is getting fucking crazy, bro. This nigga Quana Eagle, this nigga Devin White. No, mind, bro. Let me know.
Sage, wait, one more thing. How you feel
Please
about
don't.
Patrick Queen to the pitch?
Oh, okay. All right, finally, yeah, because nobody wants to talk about the good guy. Yeah, that's actually a really good signing, despite that I want an offense resurgence. I saw someone in chat earlier, hope you're still here. He was like, as a Panthers fan, thank you for Deontay. Deontay sucks. like what are we like? I'm actually glad he's gone. Do your Googles and stop playing Madden. Deontay drops passes at a crazy rate. He's not that good. So I'm honestly not mad at that. And then the personality. This the last thing we needed was more sassy wideouts in our shit. No offense to Deontay, but my God, the culture is TikTok culture in that locker room, bro. We didn't need it. As far as Patrick Queen, hell of a player. And then not only that, you take him away from Baltimore. Him, TJ Watt, and Highsmith, that's one of the linebacking trios in the league, maybe the linebacker trio in the league. And that's not even just being a Steelers fan. I think a lot of people can admit that Watt, Queen, Highsmith is crazy. So
I might get into football this year. I'm all in on Kirk.
No, it's actually lit. This offseason is low key for some reason one of the best off seasons I remember.
Thank you, Ethan.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Let's read these last couple super chats and get the fuck up out of here.
Queen ass and coverage, fair enough, but we didn't have.
Lobby Warsaw for $5 says Jimmy High Roller just dropped his "We're Done with the '90s" vid, and he touches on a lot of stuff y'all said. He probably covered it the best.
Okay,
damn,
well,
you said the stuff that we said, and he covered it the best.
He covered the best. Damn,
Proud to be Glaze.
That's
either Glaze or that's just like so. You just make his voice better.
The nigga watch what we said and then. Come on, bro. That's crazy to me. One True Savage for $5. Hey, me son. It's something we crazy tonight, man. Did y'all win?
Yes. Blew out the Suns with Devin Booker. Seen a lot of Suns fans talking shit about the last game, talking about it was close to that D-Book. We're going to cook y'all the next game. That's how basketball works, buddy.
V2K Key 499 says, Appreciate that. Josh Huncho for $1.99 says, "Hey, rather be addicted to porn over weed. It's crazy." Y'all saw Pornhub got banned in Twitter? Texas. Yeah.
It's banned in North Carolina too.
That's crazy. Dorian Clay for $5 says, Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks are top two women's wrestlers of all time. Screw the haters.
Top
I
two
will
is
say-
Cap. Well, go ahead.
I was about to say, I will say, women's wrestling. That's just peak. I will say
No,
that shit
women's
compared to the
wrestling
old
is
shit,
back.
That shit is elite. That shit is elite.
Women's
I'll give them
wrestling
that.
is back.
Women's
I'm not gonna
wrestling
lie.
is back.
The hot take I have is
it's
it's low key better than the men's nowadays. To be very honest, what I'll say is one, you mean screw the racist. It's just racist, especially if I'm not gonna talk about it too long. But this ain't even dealing with WWE. Bianca was a cover athlete, right? Dog niggas, man. The first two are fine. Take her off. It's the most racist, nasty shit. Like endless superstars had to come out and be like, yo, y'all are weird. So like they had to break, you know what I'm saying, just to talk about how weird that was. But outside of that, they're really good. I wouldn't say they're the top two all time, but they're really good. This niggas being racist though.
Yeah, Jade, generational. Listen, man.
He's on fire.
Thank you guys for coming back out. It just feels so good to be here with both of my kids. Treating YouTube like a stepchild. Hated it. We got Damo's stream right after this. But before we go, say goodbye to the people.
All right, people. MVPs yet again. I'm reminding you guys. If I've been looking down, hey, I had to set a background for y'all, man. I wanted the layout to look nice. We have Dos coming up. I would call it Uno. It's not Uno. It's just not Uno. Find out who's the best at the party games. We're gonna be playing a lot more games because we know y'all want games. We also got some reaction to. I don't know what we watched. So just, I promise you'll understand. But shout out to you guys for being patient with us. For those who stayed, for those who left, I ain't gonna lie, we would. Fair enough. So hey, we're back. We're better. I'm personally handling the edits on those, so y'all are more than gonna be satisfied with the content. As far as me personally, I'm streaming after Damo stream. Round 1, 2, it don't matter to me. Hey, I'm gonna be up, so you stay up. It's me and boy Sage here with my brothers that keep it a buck. Y'all take care, stay blessed on YouTube. I don't know if we back. We just felt like doing some shit different, bro.
If we were IRL, I would make us watch Dragon Ball The Magic Begins together. So
I wouldn't watch that. I'd walk out the room.
I'm about to say, I'll be on my phone.
I would be like, ooh.
Just want y'all to know that. David for Canadian
WWE League.
What characters do they need to add to multiverses based on the trailer? They add in Powerpuff Girls and Dexter. Flapjack.
Wait, the multiverse cartoon character? I don't know who's in it. Is Benson in it?
Warner Brothers. I would think they need to add Benson. He's not in it.
Benjamin Tennyson. I'm about to win again. B-So, think about it, people.
Peace out, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Damo, start up your stream so we can raid you after this.
Yeah, please.
I did. We started.
Pause.
All right, we were gonna be raiding Damo after this. Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through.
And you non-Baltimore living Ravens fans, stop lying. Every nigga in DC, hell, in the suburbs of Maryland is mad that Queen is there, but you niggas, he's bad. No, this is the only platform I've ever seen where Patrick Queen's not good at football.
Listen, man, new videos coming out pretty much daily at this point. More importantly, though, for serious, listen, we're back on the tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend and be serious about it. But audio, we're making a big push for audio this year. So tell people more about the audio side. We want to get those audio people up. Might do some special things for the audio people. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Damo, any last words?
See you in the second chat.
All right. Hold on, before you end stream, let me raid.
Yeah, you niggas is twonked out, bro.
6, 5.
Be right there. Right there in the hood talking about Deontay, Laughingstock, Queen, him. Ravens players mad, and y'all sitting there telling me, damn, shut up.
Twitch
Right
is
there,
rated.
there it is.
YouTube.
All right, YouTube.
Bye.
All right, bet.
Peace,
I will
YouTube.
catch y'all.